Good morning. So, as is always the case, I finished a great game and chat to Mina for the first time about it, and, yeah. The yapping commences. Yeah, I gotta stop getting up, like, earlier for this. So I was like, maybe 10 minutes late to things today, but, yeah, when we tend to yap for like 30 minutes beforehand, probably should be calculating that into my schedule. That would be smart. Speaking of, hello, Mina.
Oh, Warfy.
I'm glad you picked up what I was putting down.
I couldn't not. And I disagree with your assertion. This is not a timely reference. This is an evergreen reference.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was a little bit hesitant after saying it, because I was like, oh well, it has been like 7 years, 6 years since it happened.
I think it's been close to a decade, yeah.
Yeah. And I quote, "Did you know that Roger Retinz once wowed the crowd at a Dark Ages-themed family restaurant? Google Roger Retinz medieval times magic tricks to learn more." Oh, fuck. Literal sleight of hand.
We're on your ass, Randy. I still can't believe he beat that court.
Crazy.
You know that the courts are stacked against the rich when the court can ask someone for the piece of evidence that supposedly exonerates them, and they say, "Oh, I lost it," and the judge says, "Oh, okay, well, just don't do it again, all right?"
Crazy. That still baffles me to this day. I can't believe that. Oh man. All right. Stream's looking all right. For reference for everyone, it's been like a 50-50 chance, I think, the last couple of weeks, but like I've had some problems with this stream starting up specifically. And it seemed to match with some outages that Twitch was having. Last 2 times I streamed, it hasn't been a problem, so I'm hoping those are gone, but yeah, it could be a thing. Either way, we're looking good, so we will get back into it. And I think we were heading right back into the courtroom, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah, cross-examining Trucy.
Starting ourselves off, yeah, with cross-examination.
Oh boy. Stream is now back in session.
Court is now back in session. Defendant, please step up to the witness stand.
Trucy Wright, magician.
Hey, Cookie. Comes a liar. Oh my god.
Order. The gallery will be quiet or we'll have you all thrown out on the spot.
Oh, Rayton's board is good, Cookie. I didn't think of that. Damn. What's with all the hecklers?
I thought they were fans Mr. Rayton's invited.
What a grade A jerk. He's not going to psych us out.
Now then, Mr. Wright. This court would like to know if you switched from the steel sword to the rubber one on stage.
You know what I just realized something that I hadn't picked up until this point. This, like, what Rayton's is doing here is making the, sort of energy around the trial more match how it is in Kurain.
Yeah.
With, like, a significant animus from the crowd being like, well, that's a criminal, they're a defendant, go to hell. Ugh, fucking hell.
So please testify about this issue.
She's gonna try and trick us again with the magic. Hurry up and convict her already. Nyahaha, sir?
That was Betty. She was just hiding in the gallery.
God, yeah, you're right.
Silence, all of you. I won't tell you again. Miss Wright, do you feel able to testify?
Yes, I'm fine, Your Honor.
Trucy, you're not saying it loud enough. Trucy. I knew I shouldn't have let her go through with this.
I'd like to make a small request. How about, instead of testifying with words, I show you exactly what happened. Would that be alright, Your Honor? You can witness my stupendous sword-switching magic and judge for yourself.
In spite of everything, she's still smiling.
Oh, Trucy is amazing, isn't she? She's talking as though Trucy's like her daughter.
Yeah, yeah. She sure is. She's doing just fine up there. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. She's faithfully following the true Grammary Creed even now. She really is something else.
It's showtime for Magical Girl Trucy Wright. Watch carefully now, everyone.
Oh, interesting. This is still using the framing. Stupendous sword switch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention on this sword. Allow me to demonstrate just how sharp this blade truly is. See that? No tricks or gimmicks. Very sharp sword indeed. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, watch as I take this sword and... Presto Sordo. There, I've switched it. And now... Hop. As you can see, the blade's not steel, but rubber.
Wow, I did not catch... Damn.
Bu- bu-
Okay.
bu- Bravo, Miss Wright.
She switched them in a flash.
I couldn't see her doing it all.
She's completely turned the room around.
Hecklers are being drowned out by all the cheering.
What if she didn't switch it and she was just really strong? True, if we consider that angle, Your Honor.
Where did the steel sword vanish off to, Miss Wright? In order to deepen our understanding of the case, please tell us if you would. I'm not asking out of mere curiosity, just so you know.
Yes. This is just a point of law, I swear.
I usually hide the steel sword backstage when I switch them during the show.
When you thrust the rubber sword into the coffin, the steel sword wasn't even on stage, but behind the curtain.
How the fuck did you manage that?
Exactly, so you see there is a trick and a gimmick to it after all. And as for where the steel sword went when I performed that trick just now, it's a secret. Wouldn't want to spoil the magic for you now, would I?
Oh, ho, ho.
That's our Trucy.
I'm curious what the counter-argument to this is going to be from, Said Marty's point of view. Because if a person is capable of this kind of level of sleight of hand, like, they could also just not do that. You know? Yeah. Still. Miss Wright, that part where you spun around, that's an actual part of the sword switching trick you do for the show, right? Did she do that on stage? Hold on. Do we still have the recording of that? Sure do. Okay, there's a spin. Yeah, she doesn't spin on stage. Mr. Hat does, though? Also, horrible choice of ambient noise for that, because unfortunately that's giving me Signalis flashbacks.
Yeah.
There's a droning VHS in the background. Oh, I guess it's more like static air recorded.
Right. The other parts, like the apple, are just to help with my explanation here in court.
That's funny. I think I found an inconsistency in her testimony. And it looks like I'm not the only one. I don't know what it's doing there, but now that I found it, I have to get to the bottom of it.
Now then, Mr. Justice, you may go ahead and question the witness. But try to ask dumb questions and spoil this wondrous magic.
I thought this was supposed to be my cross-examination. Now, Mr. Justice, we can't have you going and spoiling everything. Okay, yep, so we're looking for the spin. Very sharp sword. Why don't you say take this sword and... next one. This bit here. So presumably when the sword is out of view from here is when she switches it. But she never did that on stage. I would then point out that it was... Mr. Hat did a spin there. But then, then again, this is an interesting kind of way to explain this, because I would have thought the immediate one would have been that, well, Mr. Hat had one sword and Trucy had a different sword. But then, of course, you got the sword in... Actually, hold on. There's no way to speed this up, is there? No. Now I'm... Because I know a sword appears in the background, yeah, in the bin. Before... Or by the end of things. So, spin there, sword's not there. So far, we don't know... And the shadow that leads up also doesn't have a sword, so I'm not 100% sure if that's a thing. But yeah, we have the sword here. Trucy doesn't do the spin, although she does... So is the sword in there now? It's still not... No, it is in there. Okay. So the sword did still... Yeah, so there still was a swap. Because... Although... She said it was backstage. I guess, theoretically she could have put it anywhere. But, the switch doesn't seem to involve the twirl, and that's what I'm probably going to go with for now.
Objection!
Yeah.
Nice.
Miss Wright, there's something I'd like to confirm with you. Although I will say that in the camera movements there, she like flips the sword in such a way that it does disappear off camera. And I'm pretty sure the camera is not looking at the bin from that moment until after where Trucy steps out of her pose and you can see it in the background. So it's possible that twirl is actually the thing that makes it disappear. Or is part of the bit to make it disappear, but yeah, we'll see where this goes. Miss Wright, there's something I'd like to confirm with you.
What is it, Apollo?
There seems to be a discrepancy between the way you performed the trick for us just now and the way it appears in the show footage.
What? But that can't be. I performed it exactly the same way both times.
And what's going on here? Miss Wright, I have the show footage right here, and the part where you twirl your cape around is missing from it.
What? But I did it.
What? Are you playing a redacted on me video game? Are you presenting me a piece of evidence that should be, like, completely concrete that actually has been tampered with in some way? Oh my god, wait a minute. No, I know what it is. Hold on. I was gonna comment on it because it was really strange, but, like, I didn't really think it was anything, but now I think it might be important. So, smooth movements, cut. There was a cut right there. Because, like, all of it is, like, smooth, one motion, and then there's just this, like, hitch in the footage, and things are slightly in a different place in their animations. That was fucking tampered with. So, it really is the exact moment you switch the swords?
Yes, that's right.
I knew it. Oh, he's gonna feel like such a fucking idiot. when that gets pulled out, he's gonna be like, I am going to murder Roger Retinz. Well, I certainly never expected the defense to expose the accused's lie for me.
Mr. Justice, does this mean that you're arguing that the defendant did not swap the swords during the actual magic show?
No, Your Honor, that wasn't my intention. I mean...
I did swap them. I know I did. I'm absolutely sure of it.
I really hope we don't leave this hanging. Like, to be fair, it's a very subtle thing. Like, and I think if you're not familiar with the way that, like, animation and stuff like that in games works, even on, like, a surface level, it's really easy to miss that hitch or just ignore it as, like, okay, game bad, or some shit like that. I think that is entirely intentional, and I spotted it, but I do wonder for how long we're gonna go around this, because, like, we've already had one, like, super obvious, hey, we should probably question this, and we've zoomed right past it. But maybe this is the point. It's building up so many of these that this is the house of cards that's going to fall, eventually. That could also be the thing here. Oh, sorry, Cookie, I didn't see this message. By the way, just earlier today, I watched that there was now a Zelda OOT ROM hack that makes it into an Ace Attorney case with its original music, models, and all the regular Ace Attorney mechanics. What? I gotta check that out. That is two things that don't seem to go together, and I don't understand how that works. I'm fascinated. Human memory is unreliable at best, but in this case, I am afraid that it is the witness herself who cannot be trusted. We can see the footage for ourselves. The claims of this witness are false.
But...
Now that it has been proven that the accused did not swap swords, it means that the use of the steel sword to pierce the coffin was wholly intentional. To be fair, there is a more obvious hint that that is not the case, and it's the fact that a sword just appears in that, like, bin behind Trucy. Ugh. And by the way, was it not you, Mr. Justice, who argued that Mr. Rias's death was not an accident, but murder? I assume you have no objections to that still. It was, after all, your own assertion. The defense,
The defense has an objection to you, Mr. Apollo Justice. I demand you withdraw the discrepancy you pointed out now.
But there is a discrepancy, and it must mean something. I'm sure of it.
Will the defense team kindly save their spat until court is adjourned? Now, after all this debate, it seems we've come back around to the original argument.
Thank you, Cookie.
The defendant knew about the prank plan that would place the victim inside the coffin. What's more, the defendant did not perform the sword-switching trick on stage.
Through her actions, I'm afraid I have come to see the true intentions of the accused. Her murderous intentions.
It's such a shame.
But I did switch the swords, I swear.
You're knee-deep in it now, Justice. Oh.
Excuse me. Let's see, you are... Which one again? Benny? No, that's not right. Botti?
Benry. Benry, that's the one I was looking for.
Yeah, it's Bunny. You were mixing the two names together, Your Honor.
Oh, pardon me. And do you have something you wish to say, Bonnie?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to testify.
About what?
The more I think about it, the less possible it seems. I don't believe Trucy killed Mr. Rias.
Bonnie? Ugh.
Hey, what's the big idea? Such an incredibly gifted and talented magician would never commit murder. I've refused to believe it. Yeah, what are you talking about, you harebrained hair? You keep your trap shut. I got a bag of baby carrots for you, so chew on those and pipe down. No, I won't be quiet. What's the matter with you? Didn't you hear me? Trucy said something to me once. Eh? She said, no matter how scared you get, no matter how mean people are to you, you can't give in or give up. That's what being a professional magician's all about. Isn't that right, Trucy? That's right, Bonnie. I've always been afraid to stand up to Betty, afraid to defy her, so I did what she said. When I saw Trucy today, she gave me strength.
didn't even show the crowd. It's just strange choices for flashbacks at this point.
I know, right?
Like, famously, I have not agreed with Luca's assertion that the flashbacks are bad in this game. I have to say it's gotten progressively worse, though, I think, over time. Or at least there's been a tendency for them to be more poorly thought out as the series has gone on. But, yeah.
Seeing her courage, the way she kept smiling despite everything, she's just incredible. So I'm not gonna run away. I'm scared, but for once, I'm gonna be brave. What have you done to my sister, Truce? You're right. You practically brainwashed her. It's the power of Trucy's conviction. That's what it is. It touched Bonnie's heart.
Yeah, Trucy really is one magical girl. Bonnie, is the topic of your testimony related to that thing that was bothering you? The thing you tried to tell us about in the lobby during the recess?
Yes, ever since I saw the show footage, something's been nagging at me. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but something's off. I feel like something about it's different from what I saw on the stage.
What do you mean by that, Bonnie?
I wonder if what was shown on TV is really the same as what happened on stage.
Objection.
Impossible. This is just like the visions we get from Rafa. How could you possibly think this has been like edited or something? Of course it is. The show has only been performed once, after all. It can't show anything other than what happened on that stage yesterday.
Objection.
But Bonnie's testimony deserves our attention. We have to examine the show footage.
What can we check it against? Do you have some other footage of the show?
Well,
I have some show footage.
you do?
One of the TV station's cameramen said he was a big fan of mine. He kept his camera on me throughout the entire show. And then afterwards, he gave me the footage he shot as a present.
He did?
To tell you the truth, I thought it was kind of creepy, so I was gonna get rid of it.
Hold it.
Please submit that footage to the court.
Now then, let's take a look at this new footage.
Where? Oh, yeah, okay. I see. Jesus Christ. And poof. Cards. Yep. We didn't see that. And that's probably... Good job, idiot! Nice blocking. Wow. Okay, then.
He really did keep his camera on Bonnie the whole time, didn't he?
Uh-huh.
I think this cameraman needs to keep his personal feelings out of his work.
Well, Defense, do you still believe this new show footage is worth inspecting? Of course I do.
Okay, so how are we going to go about this?
Let's try comparing the two. We might just find an inconsistency between them.
An inconsistency, huh?
Yes, the two pieces of footage are of the same scene, so they should match up. But Bonnie felt there was something off about the original footage. So if we can pick out what's different between the two...
We'll know what Bonnie found strange.
Exactly. Plus, we may figure out why the original doesn't show the sword-switching trick. Your Honor, the defense would like to compare these two pieces of show footage.
Very well, I will allow it.
What a waste of time.
Apollo, do you know how to compare the two pieces of footage?
No, I've never done it before.
I'll give you the lesson then. Use the video player's buttons to go through the footage.
Why didn't they just attach that to the regular evidence?
When you want to speed through, use the fast forward button. And if you want to go back, use the rewind button. If you want to halt the playback, just use the pause button. Oh, and by the way, if you fast forward or rewind when playback is paused, you can do a slow frame-by-frame playback.
Okay. So how do I switch between the two videos?
Just do the switch camera button.
Ah, of course.
Now, if you find a difference between the two pieces of footage, put the cursor over what's different and present it to the court.
I'm glad they gave me the frame-by-frame, because, yeah, those cards flash by in about, like, 5 to 6 frames. Thanks, Athena. You really know your stuff.
Not really. I just gave it some gusto and then went with my gun on most of it.
Cut to that scene from Zoolander where they're fucking trying to figure out the computer.
The files are in the computer.
Yeah, and Athena's just, like, whacking buttons, like, how the hell do you work this thing? What? I sure hope she guessed right. Anyway, let's give it a try. Okay, so we're immediately switching footage. Yeah, nice. So it's after this. Around here somewhere. Got it. This Ace of Hearts never appeared on screen? This is it right here. Take a good look at this scene and compare it to the video shot from the front.
Oh, the playing cards don't appear in the video shot from the front.
Hey, you're right. What's going on here?
Miss Wright, what can you tell us about these playing cards?
Oh, those? They're the cards I throw when I do the sword switching trick.
You didn't present that to us. What?
Mr. Justice, does this mean...
Yes, it means that the sword switching trick was cut from the TV show footage. So the footage was edited. Yes, with malicious intent. That is absurd.
Well, we must get to the bottom of this right away.
Nuh-uh. Not possible. It's an illusion. Oh god, what's his name that that has that like compilation of no, that's false. That's an illusion. And it's just
Jonathan Frakes.
Yes, thank you.
We made it up. It's fiction. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Bailiff, a TV station might have the unedited footage. Go see what you can find out.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh. Fucking Roger. Yeah. It's you. Now, hold up, Your Honor. This is all just a big misunderstanding. Believe you me. Give a guy a chance to defend himself before you start pointing fingers. We didn't bring up your name, man. What are you talking about? I don't think anyone even mentioned ratings. Like...
It is his TV station, I guess. So if they have the unedited footage, then it makes it pretty clear who the culprit of that editing job is.
True. I'm not giving him that benefit of the doubt, honestly.
And who might you be?
Right. Sorry about that. Got ahead of myself there. Here's my business card. Charmed to make your acquaintance, Your Honor.
Oh, well, how very polite of you.
It's lovely to meet you too, Prosecutor Sadmati. Please take my card. A business card? Oh, yes. I read about this custom among businessmen in this country. I've even familiarized myself with the various replies. I don't know what it is about the way he's talking about, like studying the culture that makes me, like...
Makes you feel squick.
Yeah. How do you... Shut up! Oh, God! No! Come on! I didn't... When I said the culture, I didn't think I was actually talking about the culture. Oh, fucking hell, dude. What the... Ick confirmed, I guess. Jesus Christ. Alright.
It's so fucking funny, though. It is so fucking funny. This is one of the funniest things he does in the entire game.
Jesus Christ. How do you do, good sir? Or, what's crack-a-lackin', homie, for example.
Oh, you're from Take-Two TV, are you, Witness?
No one responds to that, we just zoom past. Oh, God.
Come to think of it, I believe I've seen you on television before.
Yes, Roger Retinz, otherwise known as the Ratings Raja. He is a TV producer and appears on many of his own shows as of late. He is best known for his catchphrase, "Hang loose, baby."
Oh my, so you're the Ratings Raja.
Hang loose, judgy baby. Nice courtroom you got here.
I never thought I'd get to meet you in person. But Prosecutor Sadmati, how do you know so much about him?
Well, obviously, again... I shan't repeat myself, Your Honor, but I have been studying the culture. Did I say those lines before correctly, by the way? I tried my best. In preparation for the case, I watched all of his shows. I found the Ratings Raja Goes to Burger Barn of particular interest. It inspired me to visit that restaurant straight away to learn more about the local cuisine. Motherfucker
What? You went to Burger Barn?
Motherfucker got told to go to McDonald's, like... Who would have thought? You must have really wanted to try it, huh, buddy? Because that line, whew! I was camped out there for a day, yes. Compared to my aesthetic training, an hour's wait is nothing. I recommend the Southwestern burger with jalapeno jack cheese, by the way.
That does sound really good, actually.
That does sound really good, yeah, that does sound really good.
I'm having a really hard time picturing him in line for burgers.
Did someone say burgers? Burgers? I forgot to put Maya on the screen, so that was perfect timing.
She is summoned.
She is summoned.
Prosecutor Sadmadi's unexpected enthusiasm for food aside, Mr. Retinz, what is this misunderstanding you mentioned?
Well, for starters, it's true that the footage was edited. You'll get your hands on this anyway, so I might as well show you the unedited footage. It's a pretty long video, so I'll just show the part with the playing cards. You can see the cards when Trucy spins around, so keep your eyes peeled.
It's like he's trying to get out in front of it. It's so scummy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my mistake here. Let me give you the thing you've been looking for. So that's interesting. The sword does not appear. Where did that other sword come from, then? Because what happens in the rest of the footage is Trucy lunges with the sword, and then in pulling it out and, like, you know, going to... Oh, well, maybe she... I'd have to watch the footage... Hang on. This is kind of important. Also, just give me the controls all the time. You literally have this in the game. Why don't you just let me do that all the time? That's such a strange decision. To put all that effort into that functionality and then just not have it for your record.
It is pretty weird, yeah.
Like, does she put the sword she has in her hands in there? So there's the lunge. Oh, chucks it over her shoulder. That's where that... Oh, I've been chasing a fucking red herring the entire time. God damn it. Right. She chucks it over her shoulder, which is probably putting it in there. Did you see the part that was cut where Trucy switched the swords? She spins around, the playing cards go flying. Everything's like it's supposed to be.
Then it seems the defendant really did swap swords during the trick.
Which means the sword Miss Wright thrust into the coffin was the rubber one. In other words, Miss Wright couldn't have killed Mr. Rios. Now hold your horses. Yeah, see, that's the first misunderstanding right there. What do you mean? Well, Trucy definitely did swap swords, as you saw. So yeah, maybe she killed Mr. Rios when she stabbed the coffin. That just means he was killed after he showed up pretending to be a corpse. I'm sorry? What are you fucking... Is he about to claim that he was stabbed in the back after the dragon fell down?
What are you on about, mate?
So you're saying that up until that point everything was going according to the script? Well, I guess it was a prank, so... No, actually... Oh, shit, hold on. Because if he was involved... If Rios was involved in it, then he would pretend to be dead. Huh. If that's true, then when and how exactly do you think he was killed? It was after the dragon set piece came crashing down. Fucking hell. I say Trucy murdered Mr. Rios when she was hidden from view behind the set piece. Sorry, we're not taking random theories from people who weren't at the crime scene. Who let this man into the fucking room? Like, he's literally just saying, wait just a second, I think I know how this case went. And it's like, what? Bro, what? Who are you?
Now I'm just a big-time Hollywood TV producer.
I was waiting to do that when we cut back to him. No, that's good. Good. Same
You
bean.
snooze, you lose.
Yeah, it's true. She could have easily done it behind that huge dragon. No one would be the wiser. I see. Indeed, there is a ring of truth to your assertion. You bet. Plus, there's a suspicious-looking shadow in the footage, too. It's toward the end of the footage, just before the dragon hits the stage. Yeah, something gets, like, lifted up, right? Might be easier to just see it for yourselves. Yeah, so... Trucy confused. Uh-oh. Run off stage, and then... yeah. It's only for a split second, so it's hard to catch, but look here. This suspicious shadow must be Trucy.
Aw.
What? See, like, I've already thought about the logistics of everything being lifted and stuff like that, and I don't think that makes sense. You would have to lower it, and I don't think Trucy was wearing anything that would allow her to be lifted up, right? Or at least not that we know of. That hasn't, well, yeah, that hasn't been established. She's using the steel sword she hid behind the curtain during the trick to kill the victim. What?
Now that you mention it, I suppose it does look that way.
Objection!
Thank you, Apollo. This witness is just trying to ram his theory down our throats, Your Honor. Okay, I'm so glad that is actually the point here. It's like, what are we doing? We're just letting a random person only tangentially involved in the case dictate what happened? I don't know, it sounds like he may have done it. Like... And that's not all. Aren't we forgetting that the witness willfully edited the sword switch out of the footage? You see, there's your second misunderstanding right there. Your Honor, would you mind if I testified about it? I've seen people testify on TV, and I've always wanted to give it a shot.
That would be fine with me, Prosecutor Sadmati.
Yeah, this is quite unexpected. Threatens to disrupt the comic course of this case. Hey, lighten up, pretty boy. You're gonna like what I've got to say. Promise. Very well. However, if you do anything to impede the last rites for the victim, I will have you removed.
Alright, with Prosecutor Sadmati's permission. Please give us your testimony, Mr. Retinz.
Roger Retinz, Roger. Now Kaiser of the courtroom. I'm taking over the floor. So listen up, loyal viewers. Ugh. Every fucking line out of this guy's mouth, I swear. It wasn't deliberate, I tell you.
I say.
Yeah. Now I may be just a humble TV CEO executive, but Mr. Reiten's Ian. Don't interrupt me, boy. Footage is meant to be edited, I tell you. He even says I tell you. Footage is meant to be edited, I tell you. Scenes are spliced together and long or boring scenes are cut out. Yeah, I imagine that would have been fucking... not have post-editions with that footage. Cookie. All the stations edit footage this way. Wasn't like it was done maliciously or something. It was just a coincidence that particular scene was cut. Wasn't intentional. Or what? You got some proof that I had an ulterior motive for editing that footage? I mean...
I see, so you're saying it was a coincidence that the sword-swapping scene was cut.
That's right. Glad you got the picture.
Objection!
Coincidence? That's just a little too convenient if you ask me. Oh, an objection! How cool! Sure packs a lot more punch when you hear it live. Do that again. I want to get another shot from a different angle. My objection is not for your entertainment. Apollo, you just... And cut. There. I got some good stuff there.
Mr. Retinz, filming is prohibited inside the courthouse.
Whoops. My bad, Judge.
And if the defense has an issue, it can point it out during the cross-examination.
Which I suppose is right now, then. Don't know why I stopped you, honestly. Okay. What is meant to be edited? Scenes are spliced together and longer boring scenes are cut out. All the stations edited footage this way. It wasn't like it was done maliciously or something. It was just a coincidence that particular scene was cut. It wasn't intentional. Or what? You got some proof I had an ulterior motive for editing that footage. I wonder if I can present the contract again here.
Not yet. I think you need some more information to really bolster that point.
Yeah, like it seems a bit of a leap. No, let's just go through it. Really? I've never heard of anybody say that. It's common knowledge in the TV world. You got any idea what a snooze cruise it'd be to watch a magic show without editing? Magic show like that one. Oh, magic show like that one, anyway. That was ice cold. Anyway, editing is what makes TV worth watching. I don't know, man. Flurry of cards seems like a little bit of a flourish you might want to keep in there. Or at least make it obvious that the cut... Like, that scene... Like, the thing that reads to me... And this is probably something that's not going to come up in the game. But the thing that reads to me as malicious there is that it's meant to look like it's not a cut.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you can still see it, but if you're not looking for it, you might miss it. And that's kind of the thing. If it was very obvious that it was cut for, like, say, cutting to a different angle or, you know, a shot of Bonnie as Trucy says something for dramatic effect, that makes sense. Yeah, but, yeah, it's a bit too of a nuanced point to probably present here. Are you saying you thought there were boring scenes in Miss Wright's magic show? Gotta ask. That script and presentation deserves a place on the cutting room floor. Broadcasting that mess as is would have been a complete disaster. That's why I had to edit the footage. It's just what a TV man does. What didn't you like about the show exactly? The whole thing was a major snooze fest. Maybe common folk like you do. I gotta hand it to whoever is responsible for writing this guy in particular. It is so aggravating anytime he pulls out that shtick. And
Yeah.
I think the thing that gets me is that it's so obviously, even in universe, it's blatant, incorrect, contradictory at so many points that's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? So good.
Yeah, it's really good.
The show's only as good as how loud, flashy, and trashy it is. I suppose there's that as well. Damn, I didn't know TMZ was high art. It's plenty loud and flashy on its own. All you did was add the trash. I suppose each industry has its own way of doing things. Just as we in the legal profession focus exclusively on evidence and testimony. Exactly. Whether it's showbiz or the legal biz, we do what we gotta do to get the job done. Anyway, editing footage is just a matter of course in the TV industry. All the stations edit footage this way, yeah. It wasn't done maliciously, huh? But I get the distinct impression that you bear feelings of ill will toward True Gramarye. Huh? What makes you think that? The things that you yourself have said. Oh, you mean the stuff that you didn't get, the stuff that's not on court record, son? Is that the thing you're talking about? You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. I'll prove those grammary magicians are all a bunch of lowlifes. I also get the impression that you felt this way for a long time. Words such as those can be interpreted in many different ways, which is incredibly ironic coming from you off of the case we just had in fucking Karain. For example, though I bear the defense no ill will, I would not hesitate to say that he is a good-for-nothing lout of a lawyer. Bear no ill will? Could have fooled me. Oh, man. I'm wondering how much more this will be a thing, but like Sadmati definitely feels like the kind of person who sees decorum and
Procedure?
pardon?
And like procedure?
Not procedure so much, but like politeness and that as like a
Right.
as an important thing. Like, yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch, but it feels like in the same category as like oh, I forget the phrase for it. Basically, where people are emphasizing that you be polite and not angry or show emotion when you're trying to criticize something.
Yeah.
Especially politically. Fuck. There's a phrase for that. But it's coming off in the same way, where he's like, well, you know, this is just how we do. We are all polite to one another, and that's the important thing, even if I fucking hate your guts and think you should go to hell. It's like, why do you think that makes that better? Hello? Also, hi, Luca. How's it going?
Hello.
And yet it is the truth. I'm only strict on you, as it seems you have strayed from the path.
If you have any objections, Mr. Justice, please make your case with evidence in the future. Mr. Retinz, please continue your testimony.
It's just a coincidence. Sure. Of all the scenes you could have cut, why the sword-switching trick? That seems like too much of a coincidence to me. Oh, so now you're gonna tell me how I'm supposed to edit my programs, big shot? It's hard being the boss kid. It's hard being the boss kid. You gotta make the tough choices, like which content gets cut. I'm playing hastes, so somewhat focused. Hope the court is going good. Yeah. I'd say it's taken an interesting turn after, like, it very transparently went, hey, we should entirely trust these signatures. Anyway. Then let me ask you this. Why exactly did you make such a tough choice in this case? You wouldn't understand, champ. It's all about artistic vision. I tell you, people tell you how to do your job when they don't know the first thing about it. I may not know TV, but I know evidence law. Boy, do I have some for you, champ. I might not be able to show that your selective editing was intentional. However, I know you bear the defendant ill will, and this is the evidence that proves that. Oh, okay, we are going to do that. Is that the contract or the clipboard? That doesn't
the clipboard.
Sorry?
Probably the clipboard, just because it was instrumental in the ratings project dishonest dealings. I think that one's
I suppose that's
clincher.
Yeah. Huh? What's that you got there? This is the contract you had misread. I'm assuming either of these would have worked, actually. Well, no, that's not necessarily true. The contract doesn't prove anything in itself. This is a contract you had Miss Wright sign just before the magic show. This contract between the first party, Take-Two TV, and the second party, Miss Wright, reads: if, through the fault of the second party, the show must be cancelled in part or in full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party.
$3 million? That's a completely unreasonable sum.
I couldn't agree more. And of course, Miss Wright doesn't have that kind of money. Nevertheless, Roger Retinz had her sign this unreasonable contract anyway. Okay, good, we are getting to this. Or, more accurately, he conned her into signing it.
Conned her? How did he do that?
This is such a weird way to bring this back in. I kinda get it, but like... yeah. There's a trick to the clipboard that was used by Miss Wright to sign her contract. It houses carbon paper that can secretly copy her signature onto other documents. Oh, come on now. It's quite a nasty accusation you're slinging my way. For starters, you don't have any proof I had anything to do with that carbon paper stuff. Just because Trucy and her agency can't pay up, that doesn't mean I conned her.
With $3 million, that's totally out of reach for the average person. In any case, this is important new information. Please add it to your testimony, Mr. Reitens.
Where's your proof linking me to that tricked out clipboard? You don't have any, do you? I'm sure there was something else, right? Note found in the dressing room.
Yeah, there we go.
Get the video camera after Mr. Rios comes tumbling out. Is that why she ran at the camera? Oh, no, sorry. This is probably a different camera. Wasn't there...
I think it is the note, though, because we were openly talking about how ridiculous it is that, you know,
yeah,
most of it's typed and then there's just the signature at the bottom.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah.
Objection!
That... That is a very big leap, I'm not gonna lie. You must be quite the con man if you can fool a magician with a simple trick. But if you think you can con a lawyer, you're very much mistaken. Oh, hey kid, would it kill you to enunciate in front of the camera? You know, like a newscaster? I'd like you to take a look at Miss Wright's signature here on this note. Now, let's compare that signature to the one here on this contract.
Well, would you look at that? They're exactly the same.
That's right, Your Honor. Not just similar, but exactly the same. Nobody can sign their name in exactly the same way twice, unless it's a copy. Uh-huh. These signatures are proof positive that you conned Miss Wright. And they definitively prove your malicious intent. Say, not bad, lawyer guy. Didn't know you had it in you. This is really getting interesting now. It'll get great ratings for sure. I'm losing the accent a bit. Don't try to dodge the issue, Mr. Reitens. The fact is that you bear ill will against my client. So the show footage was definitely edited with malicious intentions. Isn't that right? What a forced argument, defense. All you have really proven is not his ill will toward Miss Wright, but his pecuniary greed. That's right. I just wanted money, baby. Oh my fucking god, dude. It would naturally follow that... That's a shit argument. Oh my god. Well, well, actually, hold on. Is ill will even, like, worth it at this point? We materially proved that he had some reason to, like, edit the footage. That's enough. Like, what... Who cares if it was for pecuniary reasons? Like, yeah? I just wanted money, baby. Fat stacks of cheddar. That's all. After all, I'd never even crossed paths with Trucy before this magic show. So I'd have absolutely no reason to bear her any ill will, right? He didn't bear her any ill will, huh? Fat chance. This guy definitely has some major hate for Trucy. It's literally the same line as before. Yeah, fair. Can't prove it with anything, but the things he said all point to that fact. There must be something between the two of them that gave birth to this grudge. Some sort of connection that not even Trucy is aware of. Uh-huh. Your Honor, I'd like to argue that Roger Retinz and Trucy Wright must have crossed paths before. There must be some hidden connection between them.
Hidden?
Connection?
What is it now?
Just what are you getting at, Mr. Justice?
It is futile to even ask, Your Honor. Surely it is just another one of the defense's feckless claims. You don't seem to have a very high opinion of me, but once you hear my argument, you'll wish you'd taken me a whole lot more seriously.
He's like, oh, I assure you, they're quite factful.
Yeah. I assure you, it's quite based. Based on what? Will I really?
Manga, obviously.
Very well then. Do proceed.
Did you figure something out, Apollo?
Nope, not a thing.
What?
That was just some good old-fashioned bluffing, courtesy of Mr. Wright's fine training.
Hope you know what you're doing.
You're going to make such a bold claim, Mr. Justice. I hope you're ready to elaborate. What is this hidden connection between the defendant and Roger Retinz?
Fuck off. Retinz...
Oh, ew.
Yeah, Retinz is a magician too. That sleight of hand trick... Bailiff, bring out the health bar. I've only got 3 pips left. That sleight of hand trick Mr. Retinz did during the recess earlier.
Filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. Do you want me to get the bailiff?
Huh? Filming? What are you talking about? I don't even have a camera on me. See, like, that's a good flashback. Concise and very clear. What if Mr. Retinz is a magician too?
What if? I believe it's up to the defense to fill in the blanks, not me.
Well, if he is, he may have had some contact with Miss Wright somewhere along the way. Your argument is hardly worth responding to. But by all means, please do continue. As a passage in the sacred scriptures of Koreanism states, he who gives a sermon to a monkey is himself a monkey. Yeah, doesn't matter what you say to a dimwit, he isn't gonna get it anyway. But we saw Mr. Retinz perform a magic trick. He made his video camera disappear in the blink of an eye. Oh, well, while I think it would be pretty funny if I were a magician, you must have been seeing things. Want me to introduce you to a good eye doctor? If a connection as tenuous as that is all it takes, then every magician in the country could potentially bear ill will toward the accused. I guess you're right. Yeah, you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, are you, short stuff? You would do well to cleanse that putrid mind of yours in the holy waters of Mount Pony Pony. 3 days under a frigid waterfall, and even you should rise to the level of monkey. Numbskull for a numbskull. Well, this numbskull has thick skin, so there. You tell him, Apollo.
I think I get what they're driving at. Even if he is a magician, it's not exactly a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy, is it?
Hold on. I can think of one person. One magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy. Or, rather, one magician who has a reason to bear a grudge against Troop Grammary.
Oh?
Come on, Apollo. No way!
Is something wrong, Mr. Justice?
That's a really good sound effect for that reveal. Zach Grammary! True! Your Honor, the defense wishes to submit evidence at this time.
I see. And what sort of evidence do you have for us?
Evidence that points to the real killer, the one who had a motive to commit this crime.
What?
And what have you come up with this time, defense? Trucy Wright is the sole heir to Troop Grammary and its name. This puts her square in the crosshairs of one particular magician. And this piece of evidence points to the one person with a grudge against Miss Wright. Cancelled.
And who exactly are you naming, Mr. Justice?
13 years ago, the great Mr. Rias belonged to Troop Grammary. But then the troop ousted him, and Mr. Rias vowed to get revenge on them someday. And what better way to accomplish that than through the ruination of their sole heir?
But Mr. Rias is the victim, Mr. Justice. You've named a dead man as your suspect.
But is he really dead? I'm so glad I called this so long ago. Like, are we absolutely sure that Rias is dead? Like, have we really looked into that? Ugh. Correct for the entirely wrong reasons, but I'm gonna take it.
What do you mean, is he really dead?
Listen, Mr. Justice, a lot of silly things have happened in this courtroom. I need to hear you out on this one, I'm sorry. If the fact that Mr. Rias is the victim is what's throwing you off, then how about we consider this possibility? What if the man who died on that stage yesterday wasn't Mr. Rias? But then who is that? Like...
What? You mean the victim was an imposter?
Gotta admit, he was kinda sus.
Not Mr. Rias, then what about the real Mr. Rias?
Nice reference, Mr. Retinz. What? I'll shut up now. It would mean the real Mr. Rias. the real Mr. Rias is still alive. That's absurd. Yeah, cool. This is a lawyer who's like, ah, yes, everything is exactly as it seems. I'm submitted evidence that is completely, like, pure, all of that. And then he's facing up against the guy who's trained by Mr. Right, and he's just like, what? What the fuck? What are you talking about? Why is this allowed in court? Like... Oh, yeah, wasn't fucking... Hold on. Yeah, Man of Mystery. Like... I forgot about that! Oh my god. Incredible.
Mr. Justice, who is the real Mr. Reyes if not the victim of this case?
It's all coming together now. I finally see the gimmick. The trick to this entire case. This should explain everything, Your Honor. The real killer, the one who hated Truth Grammary and wanted to sully its name. The magician lurking in the shadows who set up a fake Mr. Reyes in his stead. The real Mr. Reyes is...
Take that!
Well, that's...
Yes. Yes, it is. Roger Retinz is the real Mr. Reyes.
What?
Him?
Slam the desk, Sad Marty. Do it. Please. Oh, okay. Close enough. Oh, hollow red pepper. Your impotent seeds. Oh my god. Sorry, words. Oh, hollow red pepper. Your impotent seeds sprout naught but meaningless empty words. You can't possibly have proof to support such an outlandish theory. It's not a bad idea for a soap opera. But not even diehard fans of the genre would stick around past the pilot. You want proof? Well, I've got proof. I can prove it by... proving that the Mr. Reyes in yesterday's magic show was a fake. And to do that... I just need you to look at this spot on this poster.
Take that!
Was that in the fucking footage and I never noticed that? Oh my god, hold on. Do we have a... I don't think we have... Oh, actually, hold on. Maybe? Because, like, now I'm thinking, like, was that shot of Reyes with his right hand up? Because I think it was. But I don't think we have any of that in evidence. This is the injury Mr. Reyes sustained while practicing a magic trick 13 years ago. However... Oh my god, it was. Oh, it was right in front of me. The video the victim shot of himself shows no trace of that injury.
Oh my, you're absolutely right.
Now, Mr. Retinz, what do you suppose we'd find if we look at your right forearm? Is there by chance a nasty 13-year-old scar under that sleeve of yours? It's awful quiet now. Well, Mr. Retinz, why don't you roll up your sleeve and let the court have a look? Or are you hiding something else up there? Come on now, I have nothing up my sleeve. I don't need to hide anything up there, because I require no tricks or gimmicks. Or you see, my magic is the real deal. Is this what you were hoping to see?
Oh, there it is, the scar.
Just as I thought. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, was just M. That's right. I am the forgotten magician, abandoned to the dark understage of history. The great Mr. Rias.
This is totally
Absurd. God, I really love that animation.
I love witness transformations. They're one of my favorite parts of this series.
Yeah, and you do lose things going to 3D again, and we've talked about a million times how this kind of makes some stuff easier, but man, they can do so much with this at and do it consistently and elaborately, and yeah, it's just fuck. If that's the cost that we go to 3D to get more transformations that are absurd and stuff like that, yeah, okay, I think that might have actually been worth it. Yeah, fuck. How ironic, wouldn't you say, that this odious mark carved into me by a troop gramarye would bring me back into the limelight once more. Strange are the comic threads before me. If the witness is the real Mr. Rias, then who is the victim who perished in the magic show? He was but a fan. I met him on one of my programs several years ago. He said he had become a magician out of admiration for the great Mr. Rias. In confidence, I told him my true identity and let him take on my mantle.
When did this man take over for you?
About 2 years ago. Taught him my tricks and even acted as his producer. So, a mere amateur became a popular magician overnight. Courtesy of my magic, on the stage we call television. Hope you enjoyed the show.
You really had us all fooled.
Well, lying in court, Mr. Rias. No, I don't. Oh, no, I didn't. Mr. Retinz, or should I say, Mr. Rias. In your hatred of Troop Gramarye, you killed the victim, Mr. Mystery, and then set up Miss Right to take the fall, didn't you? You did it all just to tarnish the Gramarye name. I have no idea what you're talking about, lad. I set up the prank, that much is true. It was simply a harmless joke on Trucy, I assure you. Yet she learned of the plan and made use of it to commit murder. That is how strongly the criminal element runs in the blood of these Gramaryes.
Objection!
But if it was a secret prank plan that very few people knew about, couldn't you have been the one to use it for murder instead? What the fuck?
His head.
Just kidding. Hey, Mr. Rias, we can see you behind that cloak. What the heck was that? Heed my words, lawyer lad, for I fear your grasp on reality is slipping. I do believe I told you that my magic is real. It employs neither tricks nor gimmicks. Enough with the ambiguity. Why don't you make your point already? My alibi is as pristine as ever. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Sadmati? Yeah, him being at the TV station the whole time. Yeah. Yes, I suppose that is correct. The witness does have a solid alibi. What? Recall, defense, that at the time of the magic show, Mr. Retinz was at Take-Two TV. A fact that many people can easily attest to. Ugh, that's right, I forgot all about that. So what do you think, Your Honor? Would you like me to testify on the matter?
Yes, I think you'd better. Please tell the court more about your alibi.
I mean, the man is also confessing to just be able to do magic, so, I don't know why we would even consider that alibi to be valid. We'd have to prove that he'd have to prove that he's incapable of pulling off a magic trick that wouldn't be able to either murder him remotely or for him to appear take two. Like, also just the way he uses like the social aspect of a lot of his job would also lead me to believe that, like, yeah, unless you got footage of him there, I don't know if I trust that. Very well then, on with the show. Are you watching, Magnifique Grammary? Down there in hell where I'm pulling these flames from? Time has finally come for my magic to snuff out your precious pedigree. The Grammary line will be no more. Your Honor, I'd like to plead the fifth on that. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, I think we'll take a break here, because we hit the 1 hour, 30-minute mark.
That's good.
I do have a structural question for this case.
Yes. Yes.
This feels like we're not going to do another investigation.
That is correct.
Okay, yep, got it.
This case is just one long investigation, then one long trial.
Yeah, 'cause, like, I thought we might have, like, if we were going to do another investigation, it definitely would have, like, halted the case at this point. But yeah, no. Your Honor, my mom wants me home right now. Oh, God.
My mom says I have to come home right now immediately.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Well, can't remember off the top of my head what made me suspicious about the body, but, like, yeah, okay, vindicated. Oh, God. That's really good. Especially, getting someone that looks practically exactly like Rias did 13 years ago. Like, if you don't think about it, it's just like, oh yeah, okay. Looks like that. Sometimes the games don't age people, too. Like, who knows? But yeah, the fact that if you sat there and thought about it for a second and thought about how the rest of the Grammaries have been presented, you'd be like, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. He looks exactly the same. Yeah, fuck. And I didn't even notice the fucking arm. Like that, especially because I was suspicious of it and being like, oh yeah, we're gonna see the mark there. But ironically, not seeing the mark didn't strike me at the time because I was waiting for the mark to be presented, if that makes sense. Oh, fuck. I really should have picked up on that. I feel kind of dumb on that one. But hopefully I don't feel dumb in the rest of this cross-examination, which we'll get back to right after the break. I'm back. Thank you, Cookie. Coin flipping noise is kind of getting to me. Oh yeah, good point. Maybe I should have I should have probably advanced the dialogue to a point he wasn't doing that. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, it's a bit loud for me, actually. Oh, yeah, I understand. I just, like, had to think about it myself. I'm like, oh, yeah, that is actually really annoying. It's like the steady drip of a sink. Yeah, it sure is. Fucking waterboarding my chat room right now. Sorry.
Oh, well, I'm back.
Welcome back. And I just, Cookie pointed out, I kind of left the stream with, water torture with the coin flipping sound. Just...
Oh. Whoops.
Oops. How could you do this? I know, I'm so mean. I'm so mean to my chat. Very sorry to everyone in the chat room. I'm sorry I essentially waterboarded you. I'm not really going to make up for it. I'm just going to promise it's not going to happen in the future, which by all means it will happen in the future, so...
So you promise nothing and deliver less.
Exactly. Precisely. Alright. Speaking of, let's hear Retinz' testimony. I was at the TV station at the time of the Penrose performance. Penrose, Jesus. I was busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show. Do ask my staff if you doubt my claim. And there it is, a simple and perfect alibi. No tricks, no gimmicks, just the truth. Do you understand now, perhaps? I did not grace the theater with my presence until after the incident. So how could I have committed the murder? So you're a magician and you're claiming you can do real magic. His staff did say he was there at the station. So it sure does sound like a rock-solid alibi.
That can't be right. If Mr. Reitens is the killer, he'd have to be at the theater.
There's gotta be a hole somewhere in his story. Almost like he set it up beforehand. Or hell, even after, honestly. I assure you there are no holes on Mr. Reis's stage. No tricks, no gimmicks. True magic doesn't need trapdoors to escape through. Do enjoy my show to the fullest. And my real alibi. Mr. Reitens, I can smell the propane from here. I think I'm just gonna press all of these. I don't really have a particular angle I'm going for here.
Yeah.
But you did come to the theater eventually, isn't that right? Because with alibis, usually the line is either the fact that the alibi exists means it had to have happened outside that, or there is a problem with the alibi. We don't know about the latter, so I'm going with the former, and given magicians, magic tricks, and that setup, probably makes the most sense. Indeed. Anxious to see how the show was progressing, I made my way to the theater. Let's see. My journey took about 10 minutes by car. Could he actually have been in the theater during those 10 minutes, killing the victim? Allow me to stab at reading your mind. Then you were gonna say. Could I have been at the theater during those 10 minutes, killing the victim? How in the... But no, I took a taxi. The driver can attest to that. Feel free to call the taxi company if my word does not satisfy you. Driver was a big fan of the Retinz, Raja. I even gave him my card. Gave the driver his card? Oh, that was very clever of him. Yeah, almost like he was constructing an alibi. Might as well give it up, lad. Question real magic is a fool's errand. Besides, you know very well what I was doing at the time of the incident. I was busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show. What was this other TV show you were working on? My own special project, you see? One moment. Perhaps this is more appropriate. It's a Ratings Raja special production. Yeah, hang loose, baby. It's called Desperation Regeneration. Switch personas just to say that? I'm not really doing a separate persona for him, but yeah. I honestly don't know what I'd give him. Actually, maybe I just break with the American accent. Yeah, that would fit. Then he just talks kind of like regular compared to most people, but the Ratings Rajas along with the American accent. Yeah. What's the show about? Washed-up has-been singers and comedians get together and play musical chairs. The winner of the game is given a second chance at their career. Priceless prize for chumps who washed up too early in life. Sounds great, right? Might I suggest you appear on that show, Mr. Justice? As the ex-lawyer who used to make ridiculous bluffs in court and faded sadly into obscurity. And let the Ratings Raja produce my TV debut? Not in this lifetime.
You have great reactions. Who knows? TV might be your true calling.
Hey, whose side are you on? In any case, I was overseeing production of this program during the Penrose performance. Wait, have I voiced a Grammary? I don't think I have.
No, I think I was all three of them. Yeah, I was Zach Valen and Lamiroir.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Awesome. Yeah. Do ask my staff if you doubt my claim. Oh, wait, well, no, I was gonna press that one. No. Go, sir, sorry. One statement back, thank you. True, Mina. How do we know those staff members aren't in cahoots with you? I make it my business to perform solo. My magic is neither need nor want of assistance. After all, one of them could reveal the secrets behind my magic, could they not? So he doesn't trust anybody, huh? He's the complete opposite of Trucy. There were many people there in the studio audience who saw the witness as well. Even if he had been able to persuade his own staff to cover for him, he could not have convinced so many complete strangers to do the same. I'd like to point out to the court that up until this point, we didn't check the body to see if it was really Mr. Rias that was dead. Are we all just ignoring that? Like, there is precedence for this.
It's complicated because Man of Mystery did have the mysterious identity. Like, he was legally granted that, so...
You are fair. Prosecution is really slipping. I agree.
He really has been a rock-solid alibi for himself.
Yeah. It's almost too good, you know? It's eerie how perfect it is. Has all been revealed to you now? And there it is. A simple and perfect alibi. No tricks, no gimmicks. Just the truth. I've got it. Do you have a brother? A brother that looks exactly like you, maybe? We've already had twins in one case. Again with the twins business. You think the audience will let you get away with using the same gimmick twice in a row? Fuck, that's a good point. Like, even from the cynical side of things, it's like, that's kind of gimmicky, man. I don't think that'd work. If you do not believe him, Defense, why not investigate for yourself? Though I am sure your efforts will prove to be thoroughly fruitless. Yeah, I guess a twins theory is a little far-fetched. His alibi really is airtight.
heard enough. While I believe the witness does indeed harbor some ill will against the defendant, there is no reason to doubt that he was at the TV station at the time of the incident.
Yes, the facts prove it was impossible for the witness to have been involved with this case. That's not the same statement, said Marty. These last rites for the victim have dragged on long enough. The soul of the victim himself is so bored that it is resting on the top of Your Honor's head.
It is?
The time has come. Let us punish the sinner and guide the victim's soul to the Twilight Realm.
Apollo, Trucy will be thrown in prison. He'll be out of a job. But if you catch tasty fishies, will you sell me some at a good price?
I told you, I have absolutely zero intention of going off on a tuna boat. Think, Justice. You have to figure this out. That's no use. I can't find a single flaw. So what now? Turn the case on its head, Apollo. 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 Behold my never-ending magic show. Come for the awe-inspiring showmanship of the great Mr. Rius, and stay for my grand illusion until the end of time. Wait, is he saying that we're still trapped inside some sort of illusion of his?
That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there.
In other words, you make us see illusions, right?
We call it misdirection.
Apollo trying to remember Phoenix's words, like, you have to do a cartwheel, Apollo. Yeah!
Well, we keep you busy believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is.
Could it be... You know what, Mr. Retinz? I guess we have all been spectators to the elaborate illusion you prepared for us. An illusion that has subtly turned our attention towards something you wanted us to see. What are you going on about, lad?
Have you got something, Apollo?
I just remembered something Trucy said about misdirection. What a magician says is really there, really isn't. And what they say isn't there actually is. If we've all been taken for a ride by Mr. Retin's magic, then maybe he's made us see something that wasn't really there. Yep, it's time to rethink all of my assumptions about this case. What have we been made to believe was there when it actually wasn't? What have we taken to be the absolute facts of this case? I genuinely don't know where this is going. If I reevaluate the validity of all these things, then just maybe... Athena? There's something uncanny about this case.
Okay, what is it?
Retin's alibi. It's too perfect.
That's true. It's like, it's impossible to break no matter how hard we try.
But maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's exactly what he wants us to think.
I'm not following.
We're not making any headway here because we've been so focused on breaking his alibi.
Oh, I think I get it. You're saying he's using misdirection on us, right?
It's definitely a possibility.
Will the defense care to share with everyone what they're discussing over there?
Your Honor, we believe that if we were to reconsider a certain assumption, we may finally arrive at the truth. In fact, I think we'll even finally see who's hiding behind the curtain, so to speak.
And what is this certain assumption you're thinking of?
This is the one key assumption we've been taking for granted this whole time. The culprit was on scene. Because that's what makes his alibi airtight. If I'm going with the whole, okay, so the alibi's airtight, cool, then he must not have done it during that time. So he must have done it outside that time. We'll go with that.
I thought this was an Ace Attorney murder, but really it was a Danganronpa murder.
What if the culprit was somewhere other than the theater at the time of the crime? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, no, this is like the first time the cross-pollination between the two is obvious in some ways, because like they're drawing on trying to do similar types of gameplay, but it is kind of fun to have seen the series evolve to the point that there is a lot more things that I'm like, oh, that reminds me of cases in Danganronpa, instead of it being like very clearly the birth of the genre almost. What if there was some way to commit the murder without actually being there? If that were the case, then Mr. Retin's perfect alibi would become irrelevant.
Objection.
How could one person... Oh.
Sorry, I just, like, it's kind of weird that, like, this is I'm trying to think, this is, like, the first time they've done this, right? Like...
What's that?
Like, a murder where it was committed via, like, mechanical means rather than, like, a personal killing.
Like the more complicated Danganronpa shenanigans.
Yeah.
That often happen. Yeah,
like, I'm racking my brain right now. I can't think of any other case where any other trial where that's the case. It's usually a pretty direct crime of passion.
Yeah. The only one that comes to mind is the whale case, but that's not really... That was more like there was just a lot of elaborate, like, reconstruction, as opposed to the murder was carried out in an elaborate way. Like the Rube Goldberg machine was not to kill someone, it was more to make it look like it was someone else. That's a weird hair to split, but that's like where it comes down. Because I agree, I don't think that would fall under this either. Yeah, this might be the first case in the series that's actually engaging with, well, how would someone kill someone else without being there to do it? This is the only one I'm aware of. Yeah. How could one person stab another to death with a sword without physically being there? Furthermore, I'd also like to tell the prosecution, you weren't aware of video editing. Like, I'm sorry, but your baseline assumptions of what is possible is a little questionable. Furthermore, we all saw what appears to be the culprit's shadow in the footage.
Objection.
We don't know what that shadow was. What the fuck are you talking about? But couldn't we just as easily assume that the shadow does not belong to the culprit?
Well, if it's not the culprit, then whose is it?
I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. We've all seen something that looks like this shadowy shape before, Your Honor. During the magic show itself.
In that case, please point it out in the show footage for us.
This is the thing that looks suspiciously similar to the shadowy figure of the culprit. It's like... there.
Take that.
Doesn't this shadow resemble a suspicious shadowy figure?
Now that you mention it, it does, doesn't it?
Miss Wright, could you identify this shadow for the court?
Let's see. I believe that's Mr. Hat's shadow. It's from when he's being pulled out from the stage to the catwalk overhead by a wire.
Wasn't Mr. Hat's, like, cape, like, ripped? Similar to... Well, no. Mr. Hat's was ripped. This one's just has a gap in it. I think that was the thing I ended up... Because initially I thought they were exactly the same thing, but they weren't. Then, could this shadow that's shown later in the footage be Mr. Hat too?
No, that's not possible. After Mr. Hat was pulled up to the catwalk, he stayed up there.
In other words, this second shadow is from some other figure being pulled up.
Mother figure, I'm afraid you'll need to be more specific from that, Mr. Justice.
Oh my god, did Mr. Reus's body, Man of Mystery's body get pulled back up and there was a blade in the fucking roof? Huh.
Fuck you, Rube Goldberg.
Yeah.
His blood's on your hands.
He's right. We've come this far. We need to find this Mr. Goldberg immediately. I'll just have to figure it out from the clues I have on hand. What is the second shadow? It's possible the blood was placed there after the fact. I mean, he has the... Every time I forget the name of this fucking thing.
Carabiner?
Carabiner, yeah. I don't know what else it would be. Like, and there is very clearly a thing indicating that, like, there might have been a wire at play, so, like, I'm inclined to present this.
Take that!
If we consider what was happening on the stage at the time, there is only one answer. The shadow belonged to the fake Mr. Reus. In other words, Mr. Man of Mystery.
The victim?
Please take a look at the prank plan script. Mr. Mystery was to pretend to be dead and then fly up into the air after that. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Isn't that right, Mr. Retinz? Indeed. And what of it? I contend that that's exactly what happened. The victim was wearing a stunt harness around his waist. It was most likely attached to a stunt wire so that he could be pulled up into the air.
So you're suggesting that after pretending to be dead in the coffin?
Oh my god. Mr. Hat had the real sword. Or had a real sword, didn't he? Well, actually, I don't think we've established that. But if he was pulled up by the same means as Mr. Hat, but actually pulled right up into Mr. Hat, that would get blood on a sword, potentially.
The victim flew up in the air, just as the prank script says.
Exactly. We just couldn't see him go flying up because the dragon was blocking our view. And that last trick, ladies and gentlemen, is the true pièce de résistance of the culprit's murderous magic show.
Don't tell me you got it all figured out.
Yes, I think so. If we can just look beyond Mr. Retin's last bit of misdirection, we should finally be able to see the real truth. The victim must have been pulled up to the catwalk just like Mr. Hat, and hit the cushioning up there with considerable force. I just have to figure out what else happened up there at that time. Apollo! Mr. Hat probably had a sword! Oh, so we've got to arrest this Mr. Hat then.
Are you ready to elaborate, Mr. Justice?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm ready.
In that case, please answer me this. Why did the culprit make the victim fly up into the air like that?
To murder him. Just why did the culprit have the victim fly up after he appeared in the coffin? Mr. Justice, we're almost at the end of this. Can you not just repeat my questions back at me? And how did the victim actually die? When he was only pretending to be dead in the coffin? If we can figure out how these two questions relate, the answers should become clear. I gotta admit, something I'm kind of worried about right now is that I don't think we've explained the reversed handprints inside the coffin yet. And I don't know how they fit into all of this now, if we're about to... Oh, fuck. Mr. Hat was out for blood? My god. Could it be? Mr. Mystery must have thought he was still just part of a prank when he appeared on stage. He probably didn't suspect a thing as he was being pulled into the air. After Miss Wright was called backstage and just as the set piece fell. But the culprit had already planted the real murder weapon in a cushion in the catwalk. It was probably a knife or blade of some sort.
What? You mean?
Yes, it really was a magical murder. Just as the prank script said, Mr. Mystery was whisked up into the air. And straight into a blade there in the catwalk.
That's brutal. Like, he was suspended there, like, shish kebabbed for God knows how long before he fell down, and no one could even tell that he was dying.
Yeah, and the force with which he must have actually been yanked up too, like, that wasn't a small wound. That was like, yeah, like, ugh.
I wouldn't, honestly, considering he didn't scream or, like, make any noise, I wouldn't be surprised if it just punctured his lung entirely.
Yeah, for real. Or, like, fucked up his diaphragm or something.
Ugh, yeah, God.
Yeah. In other words, this murder was committed remotely through the use of a magic trick.
What? Remotely?
Using this method, it wouldn't matter where Mr. Retinz was at the time of death. It really ruins the mystique a little bit when you cut back out to him and he's wearing fucking shorts like that.
Yeah. Plaid shorts.
Yeah.
And like, dickhead flip-flops.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck-ass loafers.
Fuck-ass loafers.
But how exactly does it work, Mr. Justice?
3D. Just before the murder occurred. I was kind of wondering if we were going to get more of this, because I feel like the first case didn't really have much of the 3D stuff to it that shit started, or where that started coming up in... Actually, wait, I guess that was, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Huh. Retinz has magic shorts. Oh, God. The dragon set piece was up in the catwalk. It and Mr. Man of Mystery were connected to each other by a wire at the same time. Okay, that explains why there was a second thing thrown up. I was thinking that this wasn't possible given the way that it was supposed to be part of the winch system. But I guess, like, this is another possibility, or there's just an extra rope that would have gotten pulled down over it. Yeah, like, there's a couple of ways to explain that, I think. We're connected to the same wire. By carrying out the prank plan, Betty made the dragon set piece fall, which caused Mr. Mystery to rocket straight up and into the blade in the cushion. And especially if the set piece if the set piece was a counterbalance to this too, like, you're not stopping once you hit that blade.
No, yeah, you're just going all the way through. You.
Like, the fact that he wasn't skewered straight through the stomach is kind of wild, honestly. The cushion was high up enough to be hidden from the audience's view. That's why nobody saw the blade.
Oh, is that big gash in Mr. Hat's cape?
The blade must have been set up overhead some time before the magic show. Mr. Hat must have been slashed by it too when he was pulled up to the cushion. Oh, that's a... Oh, I don't know if I... But they're on different... How would he get slashed if Mr. Hat was pulled up by the... Small detail, doesn't really matter, but that doesn't read to me for some reason.
I can't believe it. I had no idea.
Bro set up Sephiroth's Masamune up there? God.
I was told that Trixie would freak out if I made the set piece fall. That's the only reason I did it.
You were used, Betty. Roger Retinz used you.
I thought he was my little puppet to boss around, but it was the other way around.
After the incident occurred, Mr. Retinz arrived at the theater. He got the murder weapon and swapped the rubber sword with the bloodied steel one. That's also when he lowered the victim's body down to the stage.
But how did he have the time to do all that?
When the set piece fell, the audience was evacuated from the building. He was able to do all those things after the fact because there was no one around to see.
A horrific murder camouflaged by a spectacular magic show? That sounds like the kind of murder only a magician could pull off.
As long as the show proceeded as it was scripted, Mr. Mystery was doomed to die. That's why it was you, Mr. Retinz, who killed the victim, all the way from the TV station. This prank plan, or should I say, murder plan, proves your murderous intent. Marie! Oh. Okay, who are you mad at? Retinz or Apollo? Enough. You dim-witted, ignorant, imbecilic, putrid red pepper. He can't possibly have a counter-argument to make. Talk about not knowing when to let it go and move on. Got him. Do you have a rebuttal or something, Prosecutor Sadmati? No blade of any kind was found in the catwalk, which means you have no evidence to support your theory. Yeah, we just explained why there wouldn't have been one. But Mr. Retinz retrieved it after the fact. Which still leaves you with no way to prove your wildly fantastic remote murder theory. Okay, fair. But without proof, does it not make more sense to believe that the murder was committed there on the stage? That's where the bloodstained sword was found, after all.
That is a very good point.
Okay, to be fair, this is one of the good rebuttals to this kind of thing, of just, why aren't we taking Occam's razor here? Like,
Yeah.
We are overcomplicating this, and that might be compelling, but you have to kind of refute the practical reality of it was probably just carried out on stage. As the only person who could have committed the crime there on that stage, Chusi Wright remains the prime suspect. It would appear that what you call truth is little more than a cheap parlor trick. In the end, you have done nothing to prove the accused's innocence. It is time at last to let it go and move on. Are you seeing this, Magnifi Grammary? My magic is exacting punishment on your granddaughter.
Maybe don't say that out loud.
Yeah, like, bro, you are about to get away with it. Stop doing this. What are you doing? Insane. I do read this as, like, correct, though, because, like, I don't think the Roger Reitens thing is entirely an act. Like, something about it, like, kind of rings true to him as a person, even though he's, like, putting on the air of the magician right now. So I believe that the person who's been acting as Roger Reitens for a long time would be right before the finish line and just going, I won. Like, unironically, that gif of the guy shooting a three-pointer, and he turns around at, like, that, but it, like, bounces out of the rim. Like...
Yeah, so true.
God. He's so close. Just, my man, stop. The Grammary name is done for. Mr. Reitens, we are your legal team. We invite you to keep posting that shit. Yeah.
Apollo, we need to hit them with a decisive piece of evidence here.
I know. That's just what I was thinking.
Mr. Justice, do you or don't you have anything to prove that the witness committed this remote murder you proposed?
Of course I do, Your Honor.
This entire incident was carried out exactly according to the script.
Right. So, theoretically, there should be no evidence for us to find or use, which means our best bet is to see if something unscripted happened. There's gotta be something Reitens couldn't have foreseen. Oh, this is where the backwards prints are gonna come in, I bet. Once I find it, that's how I'll expose his murderous trick. Get ready, Mr. Reitens, because I'm about to reveal the secret to your magic. There are no tricks or gimmicks here, just some good old-fashioned logic. Big brain. Oh. This is different. As long as the magic show went as scripted, the murder would have happened without fail. Everything in this case was carefully planned so that no evidence would be left behind. Still, one thing happened that definitely wasn't in the plan. Which part of the magic show wasn't a part of the show's original script? Bonnie's mistake. Yeah. Bonnie fucked up. Bonnie made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick. Oh, and oh my god, we're about to, yeah, this is about to turn it around. Yeah. Mr. Hat's Oh no, that was it. Okay, no, that's why they would have been on the same thing, because Mr. Hat was being, oh fuck, okay, yeah. What mistake Bonnie made during the magic trick? Mr. Hat's positioning, right? Mr. Hat was placed in the wrong spot. The beam is getting bigger. This is just us traveling along Apollo's neural pathways. Because Bonnie placed Mr. Hat to the right of the coffin instead of to the left, Trucy had to reappear on the side of the coffin opposite to the one in the show's script. But the culprit didn't know that when he first arrived at the theater. which means he was bound to make a slip-up when he tampered with the crime scene. Oh my god. Man of Mystery was hit in the stomach, not the back. Wait, no, but he fell out face... Which means he was bound to make a slip up when he tampered with the crime scene. Because, yeah, like, it said something on, Wait. We know the fingerprints. No! The fingerprints are around the wrong way. Not because the body was disoriented, because someone, turned the coffin. What does that mean, though? Which part of the culprit's cover-up attempt was affected by Trucy's new position? Yeah, this is the only thing that hasn't been explained yet, right? Well, I guess the other thing is blood in the coffin hole would also work here, because if you're thinking Trucy's gonna hit it from the left side and you put blood on that side only. But then someone must... But if that was the case, then surely someone moved it again to make the fingerprints reorient and have the blood on the right side of it. Okay, I think blood in the coffin hole. Blood was on the wrong side of the coffin, too. Thinking Trucy had appeared in the left, the culprit must have put the blood in the left hole. But the blood was eventually discovered in the right hole during the police investigation. Is that true? Do we have evidence of that?
You have the fingerprints?
No, the blood. Until due to the troop Grammary Creed. Cerise was apparently ousted from the troop. One of the coffin's holes. Did we ever confirm which side that actually happened on? Okay. If the killer had originally put the blood on the left side, that means... Oh, no. Oh, sorry, I misread that. The blood was eventually discovered in, thinking Trucy had appeared on the left... Okay, this is talking about what I was talking about. Thinking Trucy had appeared on the left, the culprit must have put the blood in the left hole, but the blood was eventually discovered in the right hole during the police investigation, which actually lines up with what we saw. I hope you had fun with the anime horses, Luca. That didn't show up on the stream, but I just got flashbanged by that. If the killer had originally put the blood on the left side, that means someone spun it around. He must have tampered with the scene again. Again afterwards to make it line up with the facts. To make the crime scene consistent with the facts, the criminals must have swapped the coffin sides.
I will say, if you want everyone to get some funny dialogue and an achievement, go back to this revisualization, and when you're asked what Bonnie's mistake was, say her life choices.
No! Oh, mean to her! That's right. The left and right panels of the coffin are interchangeable. The culprit must have switched the two panels to make the bloodstain fit the facts. Yeah, I don't just mean because of this logic sequence here, but even the, intricacy of this particular bit is very much reminds me of Danganronpa. Where we really drill down into this, very specific scenario to unpack the literal steps taken to reach a logical conclusion. And obviously there's a whole mechanic in all three games that visualize that in different ways. But even removing the similarity in the mechanic here, the that you can dig into the complexity of the case to this degree certainly feels a lot more Danganronpa. Why does that look like Evangelion? It does look a lot like that. Yeah. The culprit must have switched the 2 panels to make the bloodstain fit the facts. But the switch might have also given rise to something unnatural. Oh, I remember now. There was something unnatural about the coffin. And it's just the evidence I need. Sorry, Mr. Retinz, but I have some very conclusive proof of your guilt. Another bluff, is it? There's no way you have anything of the kind. My magic is real. No, there are tricks and gimmicks to it, just like any other illusion. What? After the murder, you switched the left and right panels of the coffin, didn't you? And because you did, you left behind something very unnatural for us to find. This proves that Roger Reitens tampered with the crime scene after the murder took place. I gotta remember which piece of evidence it was. In addition to prints from the victim and Bonnie found on the top. That's the only reference to fingerprints I think we've had. Weapon corpse appearing and set piece falling with.
Probably fingerprints.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Because, yeah, we don't have something that specifically points out that they're... Oh, actually, hold on. No. It is here. Mr. Rias's palm prints are reversed. See image.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Take that.
The fingerprinting results.
What about the fingerprints is unnatural?
Let's take a look at the prints the victim left inside the coffin, shall we? If the victim was facing forward in the coffin, his prints should have looked like this. However, what we found was they were facing the opposite direction. It's quite unnatural for the prints to be facing this way, wouldn't you agree?
It is strange, isn't it? But how did they get it this way?
They got this way because the culprit thought the magic show had gone according to script. The culprit thought Mr. Hat would be on the left side of the coffin. And that Miss Wright would also pop up to the left of the coffin, as per the show's script. He then assumed she had thrust the sword into the hole on the left side of the coffin. That's why he put in the left hole. That's why he put blood in the left hole when he was trying to cover up his crime. But sometime after leaving the bloodstain, the culprit must have realized his mistake. He found out that due to Bonnie's mistake, Mr. Hat was to the right of the coffin. And that despite the script, Miss Wright had thrust the sword into the hole on the right. In short, the hole with the blood in it was the hole with the blood in it was on the side opposite the one that Trucy used. To make the blood's location fit facts, he had to tamper with the evidence yet again. So he tried to cover his tracks by switching the coffin's left and right panels.
Oh, and that's how the fingerprints in the coffin ended up backwards. Because the culprit switched the 2 side panels around, the prints ended up facing the opposite direction. But instead of going to all that trouble with the panels, why doesn't the culprit just wipe the blood away and redo it on the other side?
I'm afraid that wouldn't have worked, Your Honor. Because of a little something called luminol testing.
Ah, right, luminol. I almost forgot.
Invented by that, Detective Sky, right? What a neat invention. Had
Luminol can
Luminol...
detect trace amounts of blood.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry.
Had Luminol been...
Even if it's been wiped away, right?
Sorry, we both step to the left, then both step to the right, then both step to the left again. Luminol hadn't been used up until the point Emma stepped into the scene, right? Which, to be fair, was like Rise of Ashes.
No.
Or Rise from the Ashes.
Yeah. Rise from the Ashes. Yeah, that was the first time.
Okay. Yeah. The idea, it's such a novel idea that, like, the judge thinks that Emma created it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
why did we have her on the side? Why didn't we have her on the forensics team earlier? That's right. Wiping the blood away would have only served as proof of his meddling. How about it, Mr. Retinz? I did a pretty good job figuring out your trick, didn't I?
Objection.
Trucy Wright could have done the same just as easily. You have no proof that it was this witness who tampered with the evidence.
Objection.
But I do have proof. What? A person who was in the magic show would never have made the mistake of putting the blood on the wrong side. Least of all Miss Wright, who surely would have remembered she was on the other side. Yes, so it had to be someone that was not there.
My, you're absolutely right.
I'm just imagining him, like, editing the footage, and then, like, you know, he's going through it, and, like, about halfway through, he's like, wait a minute. This is on the wrong side. Oh, fuck, and just, like, launches out of the room, out of the editing room. Like... Why, you impudent... I'm sure you realize by now, Prosecutor Sadmarty, that your claim that Miss Wright is the culprit just doesn't hold up. You and the accused are most certainly... Oh, I didn't get to read the rest of that. Really? Miss Wright and I? Most certainly bound for hell, Jesus. Because I think you're the one with the ticket there for trying to convict an innocent girl. Nice. Awesome.
Eat shit, asshole.
Prosecutor Sadmadi, are you alright?
As for the true culprit, he is someone who knew how the show was supposed to go, but didn't actually see it. And someone who had the chance to tamper with the crime scene after the incident. And the only person who fits the bill is you, Roger Retinz. Gramarye! All of the secrets to your tricks have been revealed. And with no tricks left, I'm afraid your show has been cancelled. Permanently. All of my secrets have been revealed, you say? Don't make me laugh, boy. Mine is the true, real magic. There are no secrets to reveal. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, the true power of the great Mr. Reus. Witness a magic far greater than true Gramarye's. Burn. Bro. Crumble. Oh my, like, the most guilty motherfucker in the world.
Yeah.
The great Mr. Reus will bring an end to you all. And now for the final heir to the Gramarye name. Right here, right now. You too shall... huh? No, this isn't right. Oh my god. No, I didn't do anything wrong. No, it's not my fault. I'm not the one to blame. I'm the victim here. What? Stop, no. Curse you, Gramarye! And then he died.
And then Roger Retinz simply stopped thinking.
Yeah. Oh. Curse those Gramaryes. It's all because of them. Even now they wound me. Curse them all to the abyss.
You really hate us that much? Does your hatred run that deep? Deep enough to kill an innocent man?
Yeah, I'm in some ways, I'm glad they didn't touch on who that person was, because that's not the point.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know if they will ever explain it. Like, who knows? That might be a thing later on. But, like, no, that's how depraved Retinz is about this whole thing. He does not give a shit. He used the goodwill of someone who looked up to him to basically groom him to be a plant for this plan, basically.
Uh-huh.
Like, the fact that we will never know who that is the point. He took someone completely random and did that to them because that's how fucking deep his hatred runs. Ugh. Fuck. You're damn right. You have no idea what humiliations I had to suffer. Your grandfather, Magnifi Gramarye, kicked me out after I got hurt practicing my magic. He said I was too unskilled, that I would mess up on stage. He threw me out of the troupe just because he was worried about his own reputation. I mean, considering what happened to Thalassa, nah, he was right. Like, no. Like, Zack and, oh, fuck. I forget his name. Pegasus. They were I would say, I would risk saying more skilled, but Valiant, thank you, Cookie. They were incredibly skilled magicians, and they still fucked up. Like, if anything, that seems to be proof positive, in my opinion, that he made a decent call here. Like, he can't have people that are fucking up, or will potentially fuck up, on stage in situations where you can hurt people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, and it's telling here that he's framing this as, like, a reputation thing of, like, oh, no, I can only have the best magicians in the world in this troupe. It's like, no, dude, you hurt yourself. How, like, if you're not that proficient that you can't stop hurting yourself, what happens when you bring other people into your tricks? Like...
Yeah.
Ugh. Since I was but a child, it was always my dream to become a great magician. That Magnifi. He took it all from me.
But that's no excuse. That's no reason to do something so evil. Bro, I didn't do any shit to you.
Yeah.
I don't know you. Magic's supposed to make people happy, not used as a means for murder.
What's the big deal? I just used what I had available to me, that's all.
I get it now. Attitude towards magic is why my grandfather kicked you out.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to call yourself a magician.
Don't deserve. I don't know about that. After all, you were completely taken in by my magic, were you not? If not for that lawyer over there, you would be on your way to prison as we speak.
You're right. I didn't see through your tricks.
You see? So in the end, true Gramarye was defeated by the great Mysterious.
Oh, he doesn't know. Chad, he doesn't know.
Trucy, annihilate this man.
Chat, he doesn't know.
He doesn't
know who Apollo's mama is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Apollo's mother.
Yeah, he did get his ass beat by a Gramarye.
Yeah, right, yeah. Oh my god. Fuck, if that was the way this was revealed, that would be incredible. You're not fit to lecture me from on high, Trucy, right? You don't even deserve to call yourself a magician, you naive greenhorn. Take that, Gramarye. You lose. Oh yeah, big winner right here. If anyone needs to learn to let it go and move on, it's this guy. This court and my prison can both burn in the flames of my creation. Okay, enough out of you.
The judge leans over and goes, "Bailiff, add arson to his charges."
Yeah.
Bailiff, take Mr. Retinz away. I'm sick of his shit. And bring a fire extinguisher just to be safe.
Yeah, good. Got a firefighter on duty all the time from now on.
It looks like we've reached the end. I feel as though I've been watching a grand magic show.
It was close, but we just barely made it through somehow. Huh? Why does Trucy look so down?
Miss Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I ought to announce my verdict. Do I see that wonderful smile of yours, that smile of a true entertainer, as I do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, this court finds the defendant, Trucy Wright.
Yippee! And the confetti's back.
Court is adjourned.
They might already have increased security on court, seeing as how they got bombed a while ago. This is true. Yeah. Yuta goes back to Kurain and posts, "I ain't posting that shit, I got my ass beat." Yeah. Yeah. Fucking, Japanifornia lawyers, easy work. I'm not posting that shit. Oh, no. You know what he wouldn't just straight post that. He would post, "I believe, in the words of Japanifornia," and then says that. I'm very cultured, I promise you.
Thank you for everything, Polly. Oh, Trucy, grazie a Dio. Now you can open your show tomorrow, just as planned. Yep, and it's all thanks to you two. Oh, but now that Mr. Rias is gone, I'll need to find somebody to replace him.
I don't like the way she's looking at me. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad I read that.
Brucey, I'm so sorry about everything. Hey, what are you apologizing for? Roger Retinz used us. We have victims too.
Fuck you, Betty.
He even made me an accomplice to Moida. Betty, we have to take some of the blame for this too, you know. Even if we didn't know he was planning to kill Mr. Mystery, we did cooperate with him. It's all my fault, ain't it? Neither one of you is to blame. The only one in the wrong is the person who used magic to commit murder, Roger Retinz. Huh. Don't you think I know that? Say what you want, but don't think for a second if I don't still hate you. It surely does hate me. But, Betty, why? You used to be a huge fan of Trucy's. Hey, shut up! I've always hated her. Really? But if we haven't seen Trucy's magic show, we would have never tried to become professional magicians ourselves, right? Speak for yourself. But, Betty, you still have her autograph from that day. Ah, shut up!
Is she acting that way this whole time because she secretly loves Trucy? Oh, no.
Ultimate tsundere. I love you so much, I'm gonna ruin your fucking career.
And thus a million fanfics were written. Wow. Wow, Trucy, I never knew that being the best could be so tough.
Come on, Bonnie, we're leaving. We have to get ready for tomorrow's show. You're really excited about performing Trucy again, aren't you? That's not true, so zip it, dummy. Polly? Do you think I really am a naive greenhorn?
Huh? No way. She's not... Completely taken in by my magic, were you not? Not for that lawyer over there. It's the lamest claim for a W I've ever seen in my life. You may have put me in jail, but I still pulled one over on that Trucy right, I tell you. Oh my god, fucking how much of the dialogue? God damn it, it just happened. That's one of the worst ones yet. It's just like, hey, remember the conclusion of the case that you just got to the end of? Fucking hell. Trucy, don't tell me you're taking what Retinz said to heart.
Well, maybe a little. I didn't see through his tricks, and I let myself be taken in by his magic. I can't trust myself anymore.
Oof.
Maybe he was right to call me a greenhorn.
You shouldn't take stock in his words. He doesn't even know the first thing about you.
Huh?
You're a wonderful grammar magician. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you, Apollo. What makes you say that?
I know you're a wonderful grammar magician because of this. I mean, that would be the most poetic, I think.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
I think that's the only thing you haven't presented, like, in, like, a long time.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's true.
Take that!
My grandfather's notebook?
The Grammary Creed. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. When you performed your magic trick in court today, you showed the world your dedication to your troop's creed. Even through all the jeering, you kept a smile on your face and won the crowd over. You are everything Magnifi could have hoped for in an heir. You're a great magician, Trucy.
A great magician? Me?
You really are. That's why you don't have to worry about what Retinz said.
Oh, Polly, thank you. Still, I couldn't have done it without you. I would have lost my nerve if I'd been up there alone. But I was able to keep on smiling because of you.
Me?
I remember what you said to me in the detention center.
After all, you're sure you sought the swords, right?
Yes, I remember doing it.
And I just know it wasn't your fault, Trucy.
But how can you say that? We don't have any proof it wasn't me. I mean, I know you're a great lawyer, Polly, but...
I believe in you, Trucy. And I believe in your skill as a professional magician. So I'm going to prove your innocence. Don't worry. You're going to be fine.
Your words were what kept me going. Apollo. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now I can be everything I was meant to be.
Trucy's real smile is the best. So glad I could help make that happen. Oh, hi, Emma. Emma?
I'm really sorry, Trucy, for everything. But why? Well, I'm able to convince Prosecutor Sadmati what a good person you are. And I had to testify against you, too.
Fucking sopping wet creature.
You have nothing to apologize for. Conflicts of interest don't exist in this country, so there's really nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I said the line.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yes, you did say the line.
You're too kind. Oh, I don't know about... Huh? Is something wrong, Emma? Oh.
Oh. Prosecutor Sadmati? What are you doing here? Detective Sky.
Yes.
I require your forensic expertise in order to close this case. Come, let us go. Oh, wow, he snapped out of... he didn't even fade out, goddamn. Wait, Prosecutor Sadmati. The trial is over, Mr. Justice. You and I are strangers once more, with no further need to interact. Strangers? Have you really forgotten all about me? Huh?
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 You've really changed, Nayuta. Telling me to let it go and stuff. What happened to you? Oh, lawyer of impure soul. I have nothing to say to the likes of you. Are you serious, Nayuta? Now, if you will excuse me. There he goes.
Paula, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Bro? You don't have Apollo's age, do we?
Let me Google it real quick.
It's probably going to differ between the games, but yeah.
So as of this game, he's 24.
Okay. Noted.
How do you know Prosecutor Sadmati?
Let's just say we're old acquaintances.
Acquaintances? Seems like something more than that.
Well, I did transition since then, so I guess it kind of makes sense he doesn't recognize me, but... Yeah, well...
You don't like to talk about your past, do you? Because you always change the subject.
I guess I'll have to talk about it someday. But for now... Juicy, I like to talk about my past so much I have 2 backstories. Yeah. I don't even really have a backstory. It just ended up in a letter in my office one day. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Polo, what's that behind your back? Is that the script? Come on, let's forget about the past and celebrate Trucy's future.
Sure, if you say so.
Hey, it's Mr. Wright.
Put him on speakerphone, Apollo.
What's up, Mr. Wright? Apollo, how's Trucy? What happened at the trial? Did you get a not guilty verdict? Mr. Wright, slow down. Everything's fine.
Hi, Daddy. I'm okay now. I'm no longer mentally ill. She was found not guilty in a very dramatic turnabout. Plus, we saved the office, too. So we're not unhoused. It was a great victory for Apollo.
Oh, that's a load off my mind. I can't thank you enough, Apollo. Now I think I can trust you to hold down the fort any time. Mr. Wright, it feels like you're pressing this responsibility on me now. I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. Me? Really? Yes, you. You're a real full-fledged lawyer now in my eyes. A full-fledged lawyer? I still can't wrap my mind around it. Thank goodness you were there to take care of everything. And thank you, Apollo. No need to go that far, boss. Especially not in front of everyone. Oh, and by the way, I won't be able to make it to tomorrow's show, so I was hoping you could go. You'll do that for me, won't you? Of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Oh, okay, wow, bye, Phoenix. Full-fledged. I like to think that Apollo hung up, just like, okay, yeah, cool. Ah, full-fledged lawyer.
So, Daddy asked you to come to tomorrow's show, huh? As my assistant, right?
No. He just asked me to cheer you on.
Okay, then I'll be sure to save you the best seat in the house, Polly.
The best seat in the house? I really appreciate the thought, but...
Good, then it's settled.
Huh? God, what have I gotten myself into? And the best seat of the house is in the wings.
Objection!
Yeah. I should have known. But this is what she meant.
Magical girl Trucy Wright will now perform her greatest illusion yet. There are no tricks or gimmicks here, ladies and gentlemen. This is real magic.
Wait a minute. You're kidding, right? There is a trick or gimmick, right? I'm too young to die.
Now then, Mr. Hat, you know what to do with that sword.
Don't worry, Apollo. I was acquitted of murder. No, wait, stop. No! Ah!
And that is how Trucy and Gramarye Land ended on a rousing high note. With a big round of applause, and Polly's ear-splitting screams.
What kind of an ending is that? Yeah, that did wrap up, that did, like, feel, in terms of dialogue, like it was speeding towards the end of, okay, now we gotta wrap this up before we get to the next case. And especially that whole thing from Phoenix, too. Like, that I don't know, maybe it's just because I've been kind of disappointed in the way that Phoenix and Apollo have been handled when they're in the same game since Apollo Justice. But that very much felt like a, ha ha ha, yeah, anyway, Apollo is definitely a real full-fledged lawyer. See, Phoenix said it. Yeah, don't think about the fact that, you know, kind of narratively been a little bit pushed to the side a bit. That's definitely not what was happening. Like, does that feel like a disingenuous reading there? Like, it kind of feels a little... I'm trying to think of, like, a phrase or something to describe it.
I just don't think they really know how to make Apollo and Phoenix interact post Apollo Justice. Like, Apollo spends most of the fifth game on leave, so Phoenix doesn't have to interact with him. And then in this game, they're on different continents, so they don't have to interact that much.
Yeah. Which is a shame, because I feel like there's a... I think I talked about it in the previous game, but it feels like there is something compelling about, like, the potential, like, slight differences they take in their approaches, as, like, evidenced by Apollo's bracelet, and the whole thing around, like, you know, not being able to trust people around him when it goes off. I wish I could remember the words I said there, but, yeah. You know, at the very least, it reads definitely as awkward, because it is incredibly forthright, and, like, if I were to read it as, like, accurate to in-world, it feels almost like Phoenix is like, ah, cool, so I can promote you and give you responsibilities, as opposed to a genuine, like, hey, you are a real lawyer. I know you were nervous, but you really are a real lawyer. Yeah. Anyway. We haven't got a ton of time left today, but I think it might be enough to poke our heads into the next episode. Do you think?
Sure.
Yeah. Cool.
Let me take a quick look, yeah.
Yeah. The Right of Turnabout.
Wakey, wakey, 201. Got some more questions. Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on, we're small fries compared to... Huh?
Double moiter?
No, Warfare Double Mortars only happen in Danganronpa Case 3, not Ace Attorney Case 3.
Oh, you're right. How silly of me. There's no way that could be real. Another fine day in the Kingdom of Khura'in. Not having to worry about my house being foreclosed, or my office being foreclosed. It's so peaceful here. Can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but this place is really starting to grow on me. Still. Have you just been dawdling for like 2 weeks and not finding Maya? What the fuck?
No, Maya's, remember, Albie said that Maya's training would take another 2 weeks to complete?
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Good. It sure was a rough start. A tale of two games, true. Truly, this is the Nirvana initiative of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Now to do what I came here to do. To see Maya. Her long ascetic training is finally coming to an end. But before it does, she said something about one last rite she has to perform today.
Mr. Wright. Happy Rocky.
Hey, Albie. Happy Rocky.
Oh, you've mastered the traditional greeting of Khura'in.
I don't know about that, but I guess all that practicing is paying off.
Have you gotten used to life at the temple?
I'm grateful they're letting me stay here, but the mornings start a little too early for me.
Yes, well, morning prayers do begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion is very important here in Kurain.
Well, hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it.
And today's a special day, full of even more prayer than usual. Nothing better in the world than being able to pray to your heart's content.
I can think of a few things I'd rather do. So what makes today so special anyway?
You mean you don't know? Today's the purification rite. It's only performed once a year.
That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. Wonder what her role in it is. So, what exactly is Maya going to be doing for this purification rite?
What? Didn't she tell you?
She's going to be perfectly positioned to be able to be next to a sharp object that's going to kill someone.
Just play the role of Lady Kira. It's only the most important part of the entire rite.
Of course.
It's unprecedented to have a foreigner play such a key role.
Is that right? Oh dear. I would really appreciate it if one of these times where something is like unprecedented or something, Phoenix just comments of like, "Oh no, I'm being dragged into a case, aren't I?" Oh god.
Okay, so like, for once, I would like to live in precedented time.
Yeah, true. Wow, that's really something.
It really is. Helping out such an amazing person has been the greatest honor of this humble tour guide's life.
So, who is this Lady Kira you mentioned?
Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, there lived a female warrior who fought valiantly.
Phoenix? Let me stop you right there.
Is something wrong? Do you hate women, Mr. Wright?
A female college student, huh? No, it's just... I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story.
Yeah, I'd say it only takes about 2 hours to tell.
Whew. Dodged a bullet there.
Oh, right, you're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today. Story can wait then. In the meantime, you can read up on the right with this.
An English guidebook? Where did you dig this up? Where did you dig this up from?
I found it just lying there in the temple library. I figured no one's using it, so I borrowed it.
Hey, this book belongs to Maya. See, that's her name on the back. I guess there's no harm in keeping this for a while then. Guide to Kuraini's rites written for tourists.
Miss Maya should already be at the site where the rite is to take place.
I'm just gonna really quickly... Yeah, perfect. Yes, good. A map. And a layout of things. Full moon. Oh, we've seen that garb before. That's interesting. Stage area, priest curtain. Ah, so obscured from everyone, too. The ceremony ends with the rite of fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. Rites Guide. The Purification Rite is a 3-part ceremony held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Poni Poni. It begins with the transformation rite. The High Priestess reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes of Lady Kira, which I have to imagine is the cloak and mask thing, which have been purified with incense? Yeah. Next is the Rite of Water, in which the priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira, and the High Priest purifies both Lady Kira and her dagger. Ceremony ends with the Rite of Fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. The two then devote themselves to prayer until the rite comes to a close 2 days later at noontime. So basically the whole thing's a fancy way for Lady Kira to take a bath once a year. Must be nice to be her, haha. Oh, I think that might have been Maya's input there.
Yeah, it's a bit of editorializing.
Yeah. In the print, too. God, Maya, come on.
I mean, if it's her book, she can do what she wants with it.
This is true. You can just write whatever you want in a book.
Oh, I already did this line.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry, yeah. Right, this, yeah, I led into the thing. My bad.
Let's go to the Plaza of Devotion.
I should have realized that sooner, but I was like, how can I make this about your book? I couldn't get there.
Thank you. You're doing my job for me. I'm supposed to be the one who talks about my book at weird and inappropriate times.
It's just, I mean, I like the book. I want to talk about it in inappropriate times too.
Thank you. Hey everyone, did you know I'm writing a book?
She is. I don't think. Oh god, I think your command still has the Digimon podcast link. I should update that actually. Well, I guess there's nothing.
Yeah, it's.
Is there something to link to for your book yet? I don't think there is.
Not unless people want to be a beta reader, but.
Yeah. I can update that command anyway to say something.
It does indeed, Luca. It does indeed.
I can,
horrible toxic lesbians.
Yep, can confirm. The funny thing is, I don't even think I've gotten to the really toxic part of it yet, or the actual I haven't seen that culminate yet, but I've seen enough of it to be like, oh, this, yeah, this is.
You've seen enough
toxic
to feel
shit.
the rumbling, to feel the rumbling on the tracks.
Yeah. One of them literally ran down the other and beat them up.
beat them until blood went into her mouth.
Yeah, it's incredibly gay. I wonder if Maya's matured any since I last saw her. That's been the question that's hanging over my head, is how much. Well, I mean, I guess the editorializing is an indication, but I do wonder how she's going to be characterized now. She forms such a big part of the original trilogy that, like, bringing her back in, it's kind of an important thing. Like, similar to, you know, having someone like Phoenix or Edgeworth just walk back in during this set of trilogy. So, I am very curious about how she's going to be characterized. Well, she's coming, Luca. Don't worry. It sounds like we might see her today, in fact.
It's on a mountaintop, so it'll make it a little cold, though.
I think I can handle it. He could not handle it. Oh. Oh, okay. Huh. I'm surprised we didn't just go there. Is there much to examine here? Actually, no, you know what? We'll probably be able to examine stuff later if we've already been given this choice, and I'd rather keep this succinct and not, blow out the time of the stream. Plaza of Devotion. It's so cold. It's like the air itself is made of ice. But look at all of these people.
Well, this is the day we come to offer prayers to Lady Kira, the protector of our land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is.
Devoted. Right. Couldn't they just as easily do all this praying someplace warmer? Me in winter.
This, too, is a part of our religious training. It helps us build strength of spirit and willpower.
Don't tell me to withstand the cold, because it builds character.
Don't be a fucking pussy, Mr. Right, okay? Stop it.
But it's really cold here, Albie. You don't understand. Oh shit, sorry.
He leans in. Don't be a fucking pussy. Don't embarrass me.
What was that previous line?
Further up at the end of those stairs is the inner sanctum.
I see. Everyone I've met so far seems deeply religious.
Of course we are. After all, Korean's also known as the land of prayer. It's a theocracy, dude.
Yeah.
It said that we Koreanese spend an average of 15 hours a day in prayer.
Oh my god, that's... Oh my god. Crazy.
Though prayers George, who prays for 24 hours a day, kind of throws off that figure.
Yeah, prayers Georg. Awesome. I need you to be cool, Mr. Right. Can you be cool? Oh, I'm plenty cold, thank you. What? 15?
From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer.
Oh, I guess it does depend on what you consider prayer.
See all the square flags around here? They're known as prayer flags. They contain the prayers of our people.
Oh, he's talking about these colorful strips of cloth? Something written on each one.
Such piety is the glory of our people, and...
I'm afraid that story's gonna have to wait for another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now. Right? Please tell me she's here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I can't wait to see Miss Maya again.
Who's gonna take Maya?
I don't know. She's a legacy character, so if you really enjoy voicing her, you can absolutely go ahead. You have first dibs.
Would I be taking too many then with Sadmadi? I guess it depends on how core she's gonna be. Because I was definitely talking a lot in that last case.
I can take a lot. I can take all the other witnesses if you want.
Okay. Well, we can play it by ear anyway. We don't have to set it in stone. Yeah. Who is this? Pardon me, O noble traveler. Oh. You
How
playing
do
a...
you fare, Mr. Wright? It's been many a day.
And, who might you be? Maya?
Miss Maya, happy Rocky.
I'll start as her. Why not?
Okay.
Happy Rocky, Albie. And you, Mr. Wright. May the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Oh. Thanks. Wait for it. Long time no see, Nick.
Oh, and then Turnabout Sisters comes in.
Yeah. Well, did I surprise you with my act? Yeah, you can say that again. She's real! She's real! Alright, I think we can put away the transparent Maya. We got real Maya now. This is Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium from Kurain Village, back home. She was also my assistant for quite some time. But that was many years ago. Her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count. I sure miss those days. It was a ton of fun being the real boss of Wright & Co. law offices. Now she's here, training to be the leader of Kurain Village and the master of her craft. Apparently, to become the master of the Kurain channeling technique, you have to train here in Kurain, since this is where the technique originated. Didn't I sound just like a pious nun when you saw me just now? Too bad that's all I learned from all the training I did. Yeah, I just learned to do the bit really good. I didn't learn shit otherwise. You haven't changed a bit, Maya. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? She may look a little more mature on the outside, but inside she's the same old Maya. Actually kind of glad for that. I've just been taking huge bong rips and experimenting with dorm snacks all this time. Did she ever meet Emma Skye?
Nope.
No, she wouldn't have. Cause she...
I mean, they probably did, like, growing up, because Lana and Mia were really close, but...
Oh, true.
They've never met on screen, though.
Yeah, because Maya left at the end of the final case, or the original final case of the...
Case, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I wonder how much we've actually got to talk about. Should we leave it here, or do you want to brush up against midnight for you?
Whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, we'll at least see what this dialogue is. If it feels like it's going to drag into something else, another scene, then we'll probably end it there. Maya. I heard what happened, Nick. You ended up in court almost as soon as you got off the plane, huh? Actually, I am kind of just voicing her like she's Mia, which feels appropriate, funnily enough.
Yeah. The saddest part about Maya in this game is that she is now officially older than Mia ever got to be.
Ugh, I almost dropped my controller. Ugh. Oh, that sucks. I hate that.
Yeah. And they ended up going with a really minimalist redesign for her. Like, she basically just has, like, the hood and some pink lining on her robe. There was a concept art in the art book for her design for this game that made her look a lot like Mia. And I kind of wish they used that one, if only because it would have been a really striking moment seeing her walk down and just look like Mia.
Yeah, and like stepped into kind of like, yeah, I kind of understand where they're going, what they're going for with this design, but like, I guess without having seen the alternate, like, yeah, that does sound like really good in concept.
I'll send it to you now.
Yeah, cool, thank you. Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story.
I was the accused. But you should have seen Mr. Right in action. He was amazing.
I bet it was another one of your famous seat of your pants come from behind wins, huh?
Well, I was almost found guilty any number of times.
I've been here for 5 minutes, Maya. Please don't shoot me down like this. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour, so sue me. You haven't changed a bit either, Nick. Ouch. Definitely stings more when it's coming from her. So I guess you finished the bulk of the training needed to become the master, right? Oh, you mean the special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? Maya, are you sure you weren't taken into a scam? that reads like fucking, like, if you put that in Yakuza in place of some point during that whole Shirapipi fucking side mission, that would scan correctly to me.
Absolutely, yeah. Here's a course on how to speak the light language directly into people's brains.
I was literally about to reference that. Awesome. Same bean. Yep, I've completed the full 2 years. I can finally go home once I perform the purification rite. Actually, I was wondering why they're having a foreigner conduct one of their sacred rites. Well, the High Priest's wife usually conducts it each year. But with her baby on the way, it's just more than she could handle. So the High Priest practically begged me to stand in for her this year. Well, you may not know all of their customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great. You bet. Just you watch, Nick. I'm gonna be the best Lady Kira, guardian deity ever. I'd better throw in a few prayers for things to not end in a flaming disaster then. Awesome. Guardian deity. So, about that guardian deity you'll be portraying today, what exactly are we talking about here? Well, first of all, Lady Kira isn't really a deity in the way we think of them back home. She's a real person who fought to establish the Kingdom of Kurain a long, long time ago. Wow, so she actually existed? And now the kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. They believe she appears to protect the kingdom whenever it's in danger. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's a champion of justice who defeats the kingdom's enemies. You know what? For some reason, I feel like getting this music and listening to it really closely and seeing if I can hear a fucking Steel Samurai motif in it.
Let's listen for a sec.
I gotta be honest though, I'm terrible at picking up motifs. I need, like, back and forth. Oh no, there it is. Or part of it, at least.
Yeah, it is indeed just a minor key version of the Steel Samurai theme.
Okay,
basically.
yeah, awesome. No, good, that's good.
Also, I've sent you the picture. This is just a direct scan of the page from the art book. Obviously, the design's on the right-hand side.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, yeah, I really like that.
It's really good.
Especially the extra trim on the robe. We'll have a look at that after... Actually, no, I'll do it now, because otherwise I'm going to forget. Yeah,
like
I mean... Oh, sorry, go on.
The sleeves of her kimono have the same pattern as Mia's like jacket, with the ring of color around the wrist, like around the cuffs.
Oh, do they? Huh. Oh, yeah, I can see that, yeah. It's also just like, hold on. Let me actually get it on stream before we talk about it anymore. I gotta put this Chrome fucking thing... honestly, I need to organize these into different scenes so I can actually preview it before I switch over. Image, should be this one, yeah. So, like, okay. Let's be real. If we're talking about making someone look like Maya, there's always going to be one element of that that's probably going to be present. But, like, I think it's like... Oh, wait, sorry, what about the cuff again was like Mia's?
Oh, just like the, God, sorry, I had a total brain fart just now.
You're all good.
It's like the trim on her jacket. It looks like the way Mia's Mia had like her bra kind of showing underneath the
oh, that
jacket
part.
she wore.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I said cuff when I meant collar.
Oh, okay, collar. Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. Fuck, I forgot how titties out Mia was.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, like, the extra trim on, like, the purple of her robe, still keeping, like, the same sort of, like, silhouette in the center with the tie-off, but also having these, like, long pants. What? Is it a robe? I actually, for this, I can't tell if it's a robe.
I think it's a robe,
pants.
yeah.
God, if that was a pantsuit, that would actually that would look amazing, too. But yeah, it's just, like, there's a bit more, trim, a few more accessories, yeah, just basically, like, one-upping the design in, like, places, just adding a bit more, like, color and stuff. Fuck.
And they just overall made her face look a lot more mature, too.
Yeah.
Like the shape of her eyes and her nose.
Whereas here, like, we obviously can't see, like, a complete shot of her, but, like, I think... Honestly, like, the white hood is just kind of, like, blocking a lot of her, which is, I think the thing I like the most about the alternate design, that it just feels like more of Maya, just a little bit more complicated in the design, whereas the white hood over her shoulders just... Like, funnily enough, it does kind of make sense with her being in a foreign land and learning about these techniques and things like that she's been using. Like, it kind of reads as like, yes, I've got the hood on to be, part of the culture in that. But just from like an aesthetic perspective, it's a strange addition. Because, like, when we're looking at her here, like, I want to say, like, 80% of her body is just white hood and not much else. Yeah, man, that sucks.
Yeah, I feel like overall, the redesigns for returning characters in 5 and 6 are just a little bit too conservative. Like, Phoenix scared people. That was too radical a redesign, so they
Yeah.
resolved. We will never make a redesign that radical ever again, which sucks because it means that when you see Pearl, who is literally twice the age she was when you last saw her,
She looks exactly the same.
exactly the fucking same.
Yeah,
Like,
that's nuts.
You're telling me that at 17 she looks the same as she did when she was 8? Like, come on, people change so much. Like, they change their hairstyle, their fashion, they, grow and develop as people. Like, it's just such a
Yeah.
bummer that she looks exactly the same.
And what sucks is, like, I think Phoenix is honestly, like, the best design period. Like, honestly, throughout the entire series, I think that might be my favorite. Specifically because of how radical and, like, out there it is to see Phoenix Wright dressed like that. Ah, man, that sucks. She peaked when she was 8. Yeah, like people do. I definitely peaked when I was 8, I tell you what. Oh man. Yeah, that is definitely a shame, and like it definitely reads to me like that as well. Like, yeah, and the funny thing is, like, it's really it just looks like they've been at their additions to her, because when you look at like the sleeves and the rest of her, I know we're going on about this for a while, but like this is an interesting topic to me considering the design they were originally going to go for, or that they were thinking of going with. It looks like they've just thrown the hood on top of her existing design. I think the pink kind of extra like layer there might be new as well. You've got
the pink trim is new, and the white like gauntlets are new as well.
Yeah, although I do like the gauntlets. I do kind of like them, but that might just be because it kind of works with the primarily white hood covering most of her as well.
Yeah, it breaks up her color blocking a bit, which is cool.
Yeah, but yeah, it and I mean, it is very cold up here, so like, yeah. No, that would probably be a mistake this high up on the mountain, to be fair. Right, we were talking about I mean, the thing I definitely remember. Oh god, where's the name of it? Lady Kira, that's it. That sounds like something you'd be into. I know, right? Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with a wicked dagger? Right. Whatever floats your boat. Maya, I think this might be why you keep getting thrown in jail.
She just declares in the middle of a plaza, surrounded by people, "Boy, I sure would love having a cool dagger I could kill people with."
And she's literally doing the knife cat face right now. Like, this woman screams gremlin. Everyone's just like, no, maybe she would do that actually. There's a chaos there that I'm a little worried about. Still, Lady Kira must really be a popular deity if all these people are here for her. Yep, but there's more to it than just her popularity this year. There's more. You know what? With the rant we just had, I think we could probably leave this here. That chewed up a lot more time than I was expecting. Back to menu, because you give me a chance to save there. Yeah. Kind of mid-conversation, but probably better than blowing out the rest of the time. And given the yapping that has occurred today, I don't really particularly want to risk that. We already spent like, what, 20 minutes or so talking about Signalis, and then we went off on fucking, oh, Luca will find this entertaining. So, I finished Signalis yesterday, and I found someone to raid, who was also playing Signalis and literally finishing the game. And we were having really interesting discussions. They brought up something about Annihilation that actually I didn't really think about that and how it kind of relates to Signalis. And I was like, oh wow, great conversation going on. And then like verbatim, the verbatim, we started talking about the Android stuff, and they were like, oh, and it reminds me of this thing from one of my other favorite games, Detroit Become Human. And
like a fucking flashbang.
I like physically leaned back in my chair, like, what? And we had a big discussion about like how radioactive that is, and I made a joke earlier in the stream about like, Mr. Justice, I'm gonna need to hear you out, where like, there's a hear me out that's like a, oh yeah, no, I can see that, but like, explanation obviously like adds character to it. But then there's like some pics that are just like, okay, no, stop. You need to explain this to me right now. I cannot judge this.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a, oh yeah, I can see that, hear me out. And then there's a start fucking talking, hear me out.
Yeah, like, no, and there's even levels to that too of like, okay, hold on, I need to know exactly why you like this. But then there's also like no, there's no way, like, well, not there's no way, but like, you would have to actually convince me.
I understand that you are cooking. What I am wondering is who you are trying to feed.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Hey, that was actually an incredible conclusion to that case. So why do you have 44 recorded play hours in Yick on your Steam profile? Yeah, oh god. Why do you keep making references to Yick? Whatever, it's fine. Is it? What's going on? Oh god. Yeah, no, so I really have to sit with how that case handled the signature situation. Because I really don't buy the way that particular bit, like, at the end of the last stream we did on this, kind of went. Like, it seems like a ridiculous thing to get caught up on, and it did build multiple things that were actually faked to bring down the House of Cards and also show, hey, this guy's doing almost like he's the magician or something. But like, okay, it's a minor problem with the case where, like, I feel like Sadmati is just like way too willing to just look at evidence at face value, and that's kind of the point. Again, I think originally I linked that to some of the stuff that came up in case 1, but I will say, besides that, that was a great mystery. Like, complicated to the point that my shot in the dark, like, are we sure that was Mr. Rios, turned out to be absolutely correct. Yeah, no, that was really, really damn good.
Like the way that I love that they don't try and shoehorn that case into the traditional 3-day like trial structure. The fact that they get everything done in one day and it feels really tight despite both segments being longer than they usually would be is, I think, a testament to like how this game is allowed to break the rules of Ace Attorney in fun and compelling ways. Yeah, and I think it uses the framing of like magicians and magic tricks and that uses that setting to hide a lot of details in plain sight. And like, it kind of, like, when you go into the second half of the court case, it is kind of nudging you in a direction, definitely, of like, I wonder how he just, disappeared that camera from his hands. That seems kind of odd, doesn't it? Yeah, a lot of economy of cast kind of makes it clear that he's the only one who could have done it, though, if Bonnie and Betty aren't to blame. Oh, absolutely, but, like, the reason they do that is to prompt you to how. Like, because this guy just seems like a producer,
for most of it, right? Obviously a really shit person and very not so what do I want to use here? holding a lot of hatred in his heart. But like the logistics of how it actually went out and why he does those was an important thing to kind of pick at, because he did really set it up like a magic trick, and that is kind of the point. Like, it's trying to prompt you to be like, hey, this murder obviously involves magicians and that. It probably has magic involved in it. So if you're suspecting that he is the person who pulled this off, and that's kind of the bigger... The mystery... It's like a couple of cases that have gone on where it's very clear who the culprit is, but, like, the way it gets to it is the interesting part. Like, oh, so Mr. Rias didn't even die. It was a literally man of mystery put into that position to play Mr. Rias. Yeah, I love that case. And maybe it's just the complexity in that, but that's, like, really high up there for me at the moment.
Yeah, it feels really satisfying the way the pieces fit together. Like, I feel like if you want to do a case based on a magic act, which already have a ton of moving parts and ideas, you really have to nail the execution, and I think they super did. Like, it's a great antagonist who, despite being a, hey, remember this guy type of character, feels like it slots in organically into the story, because, yeah, Magnifi Gramarye was a fucking bitch. He would have unpersoned someone for the petty crime of not being skilled enough.
Yeah. Literally cancelled him within the magician community. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the fact that Thalissa was still on that poster meant that this happened before she got injured in the accident as well. So this wasn't even like a, oh, I don't want to lose another person. It's a, you're too weak to be in my group. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And I was probably giving him a bit too much, I was probably giving Magnifi a bit too much credit on, like, no, you're a genuine danger to the magic, although I can't imagine that wouldn't have been the case, but, like, definitely the character of the Gramaries and the way they move is a lot more petty than that. I still think that point stands, though, because, like, you know, ultimately what happened with Thalsa's... Yeah, and I do really appreciate that whole thing plays out, and when he says, the Gramaries didn't beat me, that they didn't just, like, magically reveal that who Apollo's parents are. Like, it can fly right by you, but that line is deliciously ironic if you know.
Yeah. It's a weird little thing where it feels like they're being cheeky about referencing the past games, even though they're not really allowed to.
Yeah. And I like that. I also love, who the fuck was the man of mystery? Doesn't matter.
Just some guy.
Yeah, like, I've had issues in the past with some cases hand-waving some details like that, where it's like, well, and especially the things that I tend to gravitate to. I wish I could think of a specific example, but the general form is like, well, I think this is an important piece to kind of pick through, and the game either fast-forwards through an explanation of it and just goes, no, that's not the mystery, or just hand-waves it away as something not to worry about. And I think that was an excellent example of refusing to elaborate for a good reason. Like, actually, like, not only does it actually not matter to the case, really, it's poignant that it doesn't matter. Because fucking Rias just pulled someone off the street, essentially, and killed him, just to fuck over the Gramaries. Yeah, fuck. Good case, goddamn. And yeah, the countdown to Maya being arrested is looking like it's within the minute timer now, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although honestly, that opening scene has thrown me off, and obviously it's because, like, generally you wouldn't start the chapter and not get past to the point that you understand what the actual crime is, but it's weird leaving off at this point, because I'm like, okay, I've been handed a map of the thing that is going to be happening in the future, and yet I saw this thing in the past attack someone. So, like, when or where is this gonna happen? Like, it's a very odd place to leave it, where here is one single breadcrumb, and here is, like, a general idea of what the crime is. And I'm looking at them going, what the fuck does this have to do with one another? Other than, like, the obvious cloaked figure. So yeah, I can't imagine they're just passing me to that because of that. Like, they explain the entire right, so I have to assume that that's important. How is it important? Maybe we'll find out next weekend. Speaking of, how is your weekend looking next weekend, Mina?
Should be a-okay.
Sweet. Cool. Alright, yeah, so this will continue next weekend then, hopefully. I'll obviously check in and keep things updated. During the week, I think I have a replacement for Claire Obscure during the week. I'm gonna wait until that situation plays out. I'm probably still gonna play it, because at this point I can't refund it, but I don't want to stream it if there was actually... Like, if there was Gen AI in it, and there isn't, like, a fuck, we messed up and took something from, like, a thing. Like, funnily enough, Luca was talking on Blue Sky earlier about, like, kind of the vibe being a bit off a bit, and, like, I completely understand that. Personally, it's interesting because, like, I feel like the impressionist aesthetic and stuff like that would potentially give you a bit more room to, like, hide or potentially use it to inform design and stuff like that. Actually, you know what? I should be transparent just to make it clear. There was some textures that got patched out that looked like they were AI generated. It looked like some, like, placeholder news article or something like that, which, like, don't use Gen AI for anything. Just fucking don't. Like, scribble on it. Fucking lorem ipsum. Like, there's so many options. Please.
I do not understand any scenario in which using AI as a placeholder is okay. Like,
yeah.
Even if you're gonna remove it later, why fuck up the planet making it? Why spend the money you need to use a token to generate it? Literally,
Oh my God.
take a picture of your dog. Take a picture of your dog. Put that picture of the dog in the game. That way, you'll smile every time you see it, and you remember to remove it. And if you don't remove it, if it stays in the game and players find it, they'll be happy. They'll be like, "Oh, cool, a doggy."
Wow, an Easter egg. I wonder how that got there, or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't want to expand this too much into a conversation about Gen AI and stuff like that. But, like, I have been forced to evaluate that for my job, and I've come to the conclusion that, like, there is no scenario in which this would actually make sense to use. If the thing is going to point out problems in, say, my code, for example, I'm going to learn from that, and then I'm not going to be relying on it for that ever again. So, even in the most charitable scenario, that lifespan of its usefulness is very short. But then, if you're using it to write trivial code, well, you have to investigate that the trivial code it's written is actually cogent. So, there's the overhead of checking the code that's generated is already higher than you may as well just write it yourself. And for something sufficiently complicated, there's no way in hell I would actually trust it to write that correctly. So, in either scenario, I can't see it working, and even if it was just an assistant, its lifespan is short. I should be learning from these things and not relying on it to tell me the thing is wrong. There's just no scenario in which it makes sense to me. And that particular bit, the carelessness of, like, oh, I'll just throw something in there to be a placeholder or something, unironically makes me more annoyed, because you don't, like, it doesn't take much effort to put something in there. And as many people in discourse have pointed out, putting something, and you yourself, Mina, just said before, putting something that clashes a lot more and obviously is a placeholder also helps you realize when you leave your fucking placeholders in the video game. And then, ironically, if it stuck out more, this probably wouldn't have happened, because someone playtesting it would have been like, what the fuck is that? And, oh, sorry, I should replace that. Yeah, anyway, there's a whole discussion around that that's probably better for me to, like, think about and write, because I'm not good on my feet speaking. Well, I don't feel the same quality of me speaking as writing. Let's put it that way. But yeah, it's left a bad taste in my mouth. I'll probably still play the game, because, again, I can't refund it. I may as well get what I can out of it and understand what's going on with the game. But, yeah, I won't be streaming it until I find out more about that. I have found a replacement, I think. I'm probably going to start playing 1000 times Resist. Or 1000x Resist. I don't know how to pronounce the title. That game looks rad. So that's probably going to happen, probably during the week. I also need to think of a replacement for Signalis. 1000 Cross Resist. Oh, of course, Cross. Why does that never come to mind? I feel like I've heard people say that enough that it should be something that comes to mind immediately, but it still doesn't. So yeah, 1000 Cross Resist, some point, probably during the week. I've got to think of something else to replace Signalis. I have a couple of ideas. Again, I'm trying to keep the weekend to something that, like, I would have someone, like, jump on, even if it's, like, a group game or something. Honestly, might do more Lethal Company. I do have a longer-term idea, but I need a couple of people. I want to see if a couple of people would be on board. I don't know how... and also, I need to set up some things that I haven't turned on in a very long time, so that would be a thing. But yeah, things are kind of shifting a little bit. I want to try and get back on track. I was really on fire with going through Clay Obscure, and I want to keep the momentum... I want to keep the gap in momentum as small as possible so I can keep going. So yeah, hopefully 1000 Cross Resist during the week, something on Saturday next weekend, and more of this on Sunday. I don't think I saw anyone streaming. You know, I made an incredible choice of who I raided into last time, so... Last follower, Sunset Tequila. Yeah, they were in the Signalis stream, and we chatted a lot about Signalis. Signalis good. I don't really know if I have a prologue worth of follow-up like I did Mouthwashing. Because I did consider that, because it's obviously one of those games that's very evocative, and I need to sit with for a bit to kind of think through it. But yeah, game's good, and it's also given me a target for how doomed I want my... Oh fuck, is that a 14 spoiler? I think Azem and Heidelin would not be a spoiler. You can see what I'm gesturing at. If I write something about those two, it's gonna be doomed as fuck. And if it doesn't reach toward a Signalis feeling, then I will be disappointed in myself. But yeah, I think we'll just wrap it up here. Your brain is huge. Thank you. Thank you.
It's true. Never forget this.
I try. It's imposter syndrome.
You succeed. You succeed. Listen to me. Every time my friend says I try, I always say you succeed, because it's true.
That's a good response to that. I never thought of that. I will now be adopting that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, God. I mean, I could talk about connections between Signalis and 14 a lot, actually, so... I wonder if I could make a stream out of shit like that. Yeah, Luca, I was literally thinking of making a joke about that, but that was so sincere from Mina, I was like, oh, I can't make a joke out of that. That's actually really, really sweet. Thank you for making that in my place. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think we'll just wrap it up here then. So, thank you very much for watching live or on the VODs. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have a lovely day, and hope to see you all next time.
Thanks, everyone.